Recording yet? Oh, okay.
It is the king pot though.
Right, we're recording now. Don't say anything good.
The king pot.
King pot. Okay.
Yeah. That's my dinner.
I'll tell you what, man. When I was the brief 5 years I was vegetarian, pot noodles did save a lot of time, man. Especially when you were like, oh, wait, the chicken one is vegetarian. Like, what?
The beef one's fully vegan.
It's like the Walker's Crisp, innit? A lot of them are vegetarian.
Yeah, loads of them.
Because obviously they can't put fucking meat in them.
All the meat ones are 100% vegan. Like the salt and vinegar ones have probably got some fucking cow placenta in or something. But something fucking weird. Viewers, I don't usually eat pot noodles for dinner, but I literally got in 5 minutes ago, and this is how dedicated I am to doing this podcast. I'm like, unlike some other people in the meeting tonight. No, I'm
wait.
noodles for dinner.
Acey's been good. Acey's been good, man. He's not even eating today as well. He's not even eating. Oh, no, wait, he's eating.
What are you eating?
Got some chocolate hobnobs. Got black currant Jaffa cakes, the new ones.
How the fuck is he eating 2 lots of biscuits? He's eating 2 packets. He's doubling up on biscuits, having a biscuit threesome.
This thing
with crisps.
Max, strong, fiery, peri flavour.
How do you eat so much shit and you're still skinny as a rake?
It's got cursed in it. Fast metabolism.
Cursed with fast metabolism, and there's me sitting there like a fucking fat cunt.
Yeah. There's the fat cunts way outnumber like the skinny cunts in here, to be honest.
Yeah, but you got freedom. Fat people have got freedom.
What's our freedom?
Go on then, guys. Explain yourself.
You can choose. I'm not saying all fat people, obviously. Like Jen, like you got freedom. You can choose to be slim or to be fat.
Yeah,
I can only choose to be slim, innit? I can't get fat.
You can't get fat, but I could make you put on weight.
Okay.
But I wouldn't do it because I think I said it before. How I feel like whether you're gaining weight or losing weight, it's an unhealthy state to put your body in.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm against it. I had this.
Oh.
Someone messaged me the other day. Maybe they didn't message. I think they tweeted, and I just injected myself into the thing. They were like, "Oh, I need to lose weight."
That's about right.
Yeah, probably.
So all that bulking's bad for you then?
Of course, 100%.
Oh,
100%. Like that's definitely not a good thing, man.
So how if you like want to put on, if you want to get like hench or whatever, is that bad for you getting hench then?
It's not bad for you getting hench. Like your body adapts in it, but if you really think about it, like the process of building muscle is putting your body under stress in it. So a little bit of stress for your body is okay, but we never really put our body under a little bit of stress. We put our body under a lot of stress. We lift super heavy weights. Our body adapts. Our body realizes, the muscle that I had yesterday wasn't enough to do the work I needed to do, so it builds more. But again, we look at that as like that's a, you know what I mean, it's a desirable look. And obviously there's like
your mate.
Obviously what, yeah.
Yeah, but like if you look at like when we always take things to the extreme, innit? So if you take your body to the part where, you know what I mean, you're a very muscular person, that's telling you something. That's telling you that your body is, you know what I mean, you put your body through a lot of stress.
So then what happens then? You die?
You don't die. No, they won't go that far. But it's just again, it's not optimal. It's not where your body really wants to be. But
so where does it want to? What's the optimal thing then?
Your body is where your body is, isn't it? Like how the fuck?
Oh my god, are we still talking about this?
We're still talking.
Yeah,
about
this is interesting, man. Isn't it? Coming from somebody on personal training.
And that's why I just went on Facebook and I didn't realise it was unmuted. And I was.
So what you're saying is then, like, so what you're saying is that no one should be going gym and working out and getting big and stuff, or changing their body shape.
Not to the extent that we do it. Like we go overboard on everything, but because we like to sell products and sell services, and that's a way to do it. But
so what? Give an example of someone you say was going overboard, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you think, or
if we're going back in, anyone like bodybuilders definitely going overboard, like definitely. But again, it's not like.
What about Bruce Lee though? Because he wasn't hench, but he was cut in it.
It's not about even how you look, man. It's what you're doing to your body, innit? So Bruce Lee was doing a lot of things to his body that he probably shouldn't have done. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not saying, and again, it's not saying that you're gonna die from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's healthy ways to be healthy, and the
Like
problem is we look at it like aesthetically.
Yeah.
Terry's fully left the podcast, and Harvey is now. Harvey's here.
So but tell me, like, what's a healthy way to be healthy? Because Terry might not be interested in this, but
cool.
a whole lot of people would be.
All right, so a lot of the stuff that like the doctors prescribe, it seems like super, like they say 20 minutes of exercise a day,
yeah,
and that seems like nothing, but really and truly, that's kind of like around the level you should be doing.
Okay.
Obviously, if you're trying to really change how your body looks, and I'm not saying don't change how your body looks. If you're really big and you want to get smaller, then if that's what you want to do, then do it. If you want to lose fat, then go and lose fat. Like I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that you have to understand that you're putting a lot of stress on your body, and it's hard for your body to recover from that, especially from like a energy exchange point of view. Or from a metabolic point of view, like it's hard for your body to recover from that. But yeah, do whatever you want in it, but just know that all this shit was sold to us. It was sold to us for profit, man. You're supposed to see
like Wiz Khalifa. Like, see, like Wiz Khalifa used to be mad, like thin and everything. Now he's kind of got a bit of bulk on him. Yeah. So is that bad?
No, it's not. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing. Wiz Khalifa, again, if you look at Wiz Khalifa's body type, he's like you, he's an endomorph, innit, right? So he has he's like Terror as well. So like
endomorph is what? I thought it's ectomorph is the slim one, isn't it? Endomorph is the fat one, the mesomorph is the muscular one.
Muscular.
Yeah.
Exomorph.
Yeah.
One of them. I don't fucking know. I'm not fucking Dr. AC.
I thought you were fucking personal trainer and shit, man.
I was a personal trainer a lifetime ago, man. Yeah. But I feel like
I think endomorph is the flab one and ectomorph is the slim one, I think.
Cool. Tell us in the comments, people. Tell us in the comments. Do your Googles. Tell us in the comments. Yeah. But like, it's cool to do if that's what you want to do in it. But you have to understand that it's for a lot of people, it's not the best thing to do.
Oh,
but yeah, he did good, man. But I feel like his one wasn't really. He was doing MMA training and stuff. So you're gonna put on muscle in it. Like it's not hard to do. Like, putting on muscle isn't hard to do. Yeah. Losing fat isn't hard to do. It's just a case of
I thought putting on muscle is really hard to do. If you're ectomorph, like hard, what they call it, hard gaining and all that shit.
I guess I don't know, man. Like I've seen people that were super skinny get big.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
Yeah.
I don't think, and I know hard gainer, but everyone, like, there was a point when I thought I was a hard gainer. Like, literally, everybody feels like they're a hard gainer. Everyone feels like muscle's hard. There was a time, like when I used to work out, there was a time where I genuinely thought I was like, raw. I remember this moment as well. I remember looking in the mirror, going, raw. I've been going to gym for like 6 months. Maybe I can't put a muscle. Maybe I just can't do it. Maybe it's something I'm just one of them people that just can't put a muscle. And then I don't know. Another 6 months later, I'm walking on the street, people come up to me like, "Rah, do you bodybuild? Like, what do you do? Are you on steroids?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" So
yeah. So were the skinny, like the really skinny people that were they on roids and that? Because I knew this one guy who was like a vegan, innit? And he was like really slim and that, and then he went to the gym, and then he was doing it, and then these people just told him to get on roids, and he got in it and got hench.
I would say, this is a weird one, yeah. So out of all the white people I know, I've never seen any of them really get big without using steroids, or get to a level where I've been like, oh shit, like you're big without either using steroids or growth hormone or something like that. I just haven't seen it. On the flip side of that, I've seen Ghanaians and Nigerians literally walk past a gym and look like bodybuilders the next second, like just as far as putting on muscle, just crazy quick, like nuts. I actually remember meeting this guy when I first started working out, and I was in Tottenham, and I'm sitting opposite this African guy, and I couldn't help myself. I'm like, "Yo, bro, what the fuck do you work out, man? What do you do?" And he looked at me like I was a fucking alien. Like, wait, what? I don't work out. I was like, what? He was like bigger than me. He's probably bigger than I ever was. He's like, he just didn't work out. That's just how his body was. So obviously there's different body types when you talk about genetic makeup and stuff. But it can happen. I've seen like it's hard when you look at a lot of Indian guys, super hard to put on muscle. Same with a lot of Asians, like it's really hard for them to put muscle on. But yeah, it's just different body types. But again, we're sold the image in it. Like this image is supposed to. I got a theory on that as well. I got a theory on that. So
What's the theory?
I'm gonna tell you the theory. Yeah, we're gonna go deep. Terry's gone anyway, so that matter, right? So
yeah,
the body. Yeah. So when you talk about the what they call it, Mr. Olympia. Yeah. Right. So the idea of like the perfect man comes from the Greek statues. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, bearing in mind when this was these statues were made, yeah, there was no like steroids and shit. They were just like the Greeks were very interested in fitness, right? But a lot of the Greeks got their knowledge and their stuff from Egypt, from Africa. So my theory is they must have seen these Africans looking like with these crazy bodies and was like, shit, we need to try that shit. I don't believe that any of the Greek guys back in the day looked like that. I don't think it was a real thing. Because like I said, without the steroids, I haven't seen very many European dudes look like those statues. Whereas I've seen a lot of...
But not all those statues were like hench. They were just athletic. They just had definition.
Just definition. Just that. I ain't seen it. You're just not... It's like super rare unless we're talking about...
What, to people to get cut?
You just
like,
not...
Just definition.
Definition with muscle. I don't just mean skinny with definition. I don't mean like you're cut. Like I mean definition like them statues, man. Like...
It all sounds very like... It all sounds very Nazi-fied, doesn't it? It sounds very like... The gym just sounds like a very Nazi place kind of thing. Like you know?
I guess it's a...
Eugenics. Sounds very eugenics.
Yeah, I guess it's got its kind of roots in that. When you think of what's a narcissist, like the idea of trying to make yourself look better than everybody else, or I don't know. It's a weird.
Well, some men think they can't get any sex without doing that, innit?
Yeah, we call those losers. Like the fuck. Yeah.
Well, what do they call them? They're incels or something, innit?
Nah, that's something totally different.
Oh, because there's that other thing. There's like those this one of my students at college. Yeah. She got followed by this dude on Instagram, innit?
Yeah.
So and then he started sending her fucking mad like abusive messages and stuff. Right. So then she showed me the account and it was called Bodybuilders Against Women. And he was
fuck.
So what the fuck is this? I was like, what? So what's that?
If you're against women, just be gay in it. Go with another guy. What the fuck? Why are you bothering people?
Yeah, he's adding women and then sending him abusive messages. And his whole there's this whole thing, this movement or something, bodybuilders against women. I was like, what the hell is that, man?
Men are fucking losers, man. Like the literal fucking losers of the fucking planet.
I mean, you could dig down into any situation and find a bunch of angry men at the bottom who hate whatever's at the top. Like it. They're not going to be there. I don't even know what like bodybuilders against women means. I think it's just probably a fucking slogan for them, and they just all hate women because they're threatened by them.
Yeah.
What are they threatened by them? Why?
I don't know. I'm not threatened by women, so I wouldn't have no idea. There's plenty of men out there that are threatened by women because they're narcissistic, sexist pieces of shit. That's it. And they like. I'm going to mute myself again.
Oh, you? Why?
Because I'm listening to stuff on Facebook while you two cunts talk about stuff I'm not interested in.
Are you not interested in the bodybuilders against women?
Not really, no, if I'm honest, no.
I just think I just think a lot of men are losers. That's what I think. I think a lot of men are fucking losers. They've personalized I guess the image of what a man should be. And it's so funny because like they hate the idea of what men should be, but it was made by men. It's their fucking thing. And it's like
also at the same time, they're they're cunts. They don't know how to speak to women. No women want them because they're cunts.
100%.
But they won't turn it around and understand that they're actually the cunt in the situation rather than the woman. So, like,
there was this geezer, Tim Pool, innit? Have you heard of Tim Pool?
No, but hold on. But there's plenty of men out there that only see women as they don't see the value in women in anything other than like a sex object. So they will like kind of, I'm sure I've talked about this before.
Or a breeding machine, innit?
Yeah, just sex, just for their own gratification. They don't like. So I was going to do a post about this earlier, but you know when men they see a woman who's, I don't know, healthy and a bit on the larger side, and then they say things like, "Yeah, I'm not into skinny women anyway," blah blah blah. Doesn't matter if you're into skinny women or bigger women or medium-sized women or tall women or whatever. What you're doing is objectifying that woman in one way or the other because you only see her value in what she looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
That annoys the absolute living shit out of me. You know when blokes think they're going, "Oh yeah, I don't like that supermodel look. I like bigger women and I like this and I like that." And it's like, what? Who gives a fuck what you like? Who gives a fuck what you like? That doesn't place value on that woman at all. That's not the valuable part of that woman. That woman is the shape that she is.
Yeah.
Why are you even fucking commenting on it? Just congratulate her and move on. Why do you have to pit one woman against another based on your own sexual preference? Fuck off, loser.
So see with the gym thing and all that then, Jen, what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's people going too far and it's unhealthy for them. So you see the body positivity movement, and are they kind of fighting against that at all, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, I think so, because with that, it's kind of like however you look here, be positive about that. It's pushed back against the diet industry. Yeah, because the diet industry has a lot to answer for.
Okay,
I've said this many times as well, man. Like, you might be overweight or underweight or anything like that, yeah, but it never really becomes a problem until you start believing or start following the diet industry in like information, and you start doing those diet plans. Then it becomes a problem because what you're doing is, again, like I said, you're messing up energy expenditure, you're messing up hormones, you're messing up your metabolic rate, resting metabolic rate, all that kind of stuff, and now it becomes a real issue. So going back to what I said when I said I just butted in on this girl's post, she was like, "I want to lose weight," and I was like, it's not about loss. In what other world do we celebrate loss? It's about gain some healthy activities, gain some love for some healthy food, like follow that, and just and start focusing on adding things. Start Start
and
gaining.
also because these guys who all get hench and everything, like I can just buy a gun and just shoot them.
I don't think being hench is for like, they're not trying to be He-Man, AC. Like it's not for fighting. Nah.
Oh,
because it's not really gonna, like, you can't. If I want to be good at fighting, I'll go and train how to fight.
But that's the thing. You can't go. Well, there's no point in you becoming a fifth Dan black belt, or if that is something, I don't know. But there's no point you becoming a 10 times black belt because I could just get a gun and shoot you. That's not what it's about. It's about the discipline of it's about the achievement and discipline of getting to that level.
That's the thing as well.
Because people used to ask me, "Oh, what, do you want to go and do karate and all this kind of shit?" When I was young, innit, like little, and I was like, "Nah, I'll just."
The Nazis, the hippies, or the what else?
This was I can't remember who it was, but I was like, "Nah, I'll just get a gun. When I get older, I'll just get a gun and just shoot people." Innit? That was my solution.
But then that's because you're missing that. But then that's not why you do things. Like you're not doing. You're doing something to protect yourself. And also, it's like, if you got a gun, I can just get a bigger gun, innit? Or I can just learn how to shoot.
Yeah, but then I can just get a bigger gun as well, innit?
I can get a tank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could get a nuclear flipping missile, man.
All right, cool. I'm getting a fucking infinity gauntlet. Like that. See, that's again, that's some, like, you shouldn't be thinking like that, AC. That's some toxic male.
Why?
Way of thinking.
That's what I've always, when I was little, I used to just think about getting guns,
when you're little,
shooting. Yeah. Not anymore. I'm not thinking about that now. Don't worry.
But that's part of the problem. Like, and I've seen it before. Like, I've seen guys at the gym thinking, because I'm I'm hench, I'm hard, and it's just like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah. It's like that scene in
I will just hit you with a dumbbell and it's all over. Like,
Once Were Warriors, isn't it?
I can't really remember that film.
Remember in Once Were Warriors where he goes up to the guy who's some really like hench geezer, and he's the girl singing on stage, and this massive guy just turns on the jukebox, and he goes up to him. He's like, "Well, you've been hitting the weights, bro." He's like, "You want to fuck with me?" And he just starts punching, but he's slow, and then the guy just bangs him out, and he's like, "Yeah,
a fighter
too much weights, not enough speed work, innit?" And he was like, "Useless prick."
Yeah, but but just if you look at the UFC, right? Like there's a few guys in there. I'm not an expert on the UFC, but there's a few guys in there that are obviously monsters, and they're big guys that can't really be knocked down that easily and whatever.
Like
all
Kimbo and all that.
Like a long, slim, skinny guys. Like it's not as if like you have to be humongous to be a tough guy. Like one of the hardest guy that I know, not that he goes around and gets in fights all the time, is like 5'9", like not big. He's fit, but he'll knock literally anybody out. Like it doesn't matter who it is. He'll knock.
Just a maniac.
He's not even a maniac. He's just a hard cunt.
Yeah. One of the hardest guys that I know. One of the hardest guys that I know who's got like a magic punch is Terror. And Terror's skinny as fuck. And he's always had that punch. Even before he started training, he's always had that, I don't know, something about him, man. He's just that punch.
That punch.
Skinny little body.
Yeah.
He's gonna knock you down. And people always look at me like, think I'm the tough one. Like, all right, mate. You can fight me, but you'll be all right. Just don't you fight him. Fight the skinny guy, you'll see what happens. Size is definitely not a factor when you're talking about like fighting, especially street fighting. Street fighting, because most of us, this is part of the problem. A lot of us have watched a lot of movies with fighting in, so we think that punches go. We think that's the real sound of a punch. We think that if we punch someone in the face, they're gonna fall down. A lot of us, even if we had fights, have never had a fight with a trained fighter.
No,
you fight a trained fighter, it's a long day for you. Like
I got offered out by a trained fighter at Glastonbury once, but that's a different story.
Man's not on it, man. Trust me. I think one of the first times I ever punched someone in the face, I was like full on. I think I broke my thumb, man. And one of my friends, David Hydra, who's a fighter, like man, like he does a whole bunch of martial arts and teaches people how to fight like 1-on-5 and just crazy stuff. I remember him telling me, he's like, mate, how did you break your thumb punching? What kind of a pussy are you? Like, how the fuck are you punching like that? Like, what are you doing? Like, I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what I don't know what I did. And he was just like, mate, he's like, the funny thing is, whenever I've been in, because he used to work on the doors, and he was like, if someone tries to attack me, someone who hasn't trained as a fighter, it's literally like they're fighting in slow motion. It's like they're moving through water. Like the way I can just dodge it, and the way they're always off balance, they don't know what to do with their feet and all that. And I was just like, yeah, that is 100% me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But luckily, most times I've been in situations, it's been with other people who don't know what the fuck they're doing either. So
Well, every time I've been in an actual fight, the amount of actual punches that are thrown are so minimal. Like so minimal. Like you'll see, I don't know, a fight on YouTube or a fight on wherever, and there'll be a couple of punches thrown, and then someone will get sparked out and blah blah blah. But that's the reason it's reached YouTube, and it's and people are watching it. Most fights are not worth filming.
So like
most fights end up with two blokes cuddling on the floor, trying to pull each other's t-shirts off or something like that. The amount of like punches that are actually thrown. I remember the first time I actually punched someone. Well, I didn't punch someone. I missed by about 5 inches. And then he hit me, and it felt like he hit me in the back of the head, and I couldn't really feel anything because I was full of adrenaline. I turned around and punched him, and I punched him in the shoulder and dislocated my finger.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Remember like fights in school though?
You're young. When you're young, you remember when you were in school, you got so much energy. Do you know how much like cardio you need to have a fight? And another thing as well, most fights you're watching will last about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
The only reason after 30 seconds, because after 30 seconds, you fucking spent your load. You're out of breath. Both you're out of breath. You don't know what you're like. You know what I mean? And then people can come in and just break it up. Like that's just what happens with untrained people, man. We just cannot fight. We don't know what fighting is. We watch.
But yeah, it's weird. Like
Roadhouse too many times and Jean-Claude Van Damme, and it's not happening. Did you see that clip of those guys in Dublin, the one that I posted? That these workers, one of these guys comes out and does one of the most beautiful spinning roundhouse kicks I've ever seen. Doesn't hit anybody, but I was just like, he's a like a trained martial artist, yeah, and he works in a restaurant. He's been praying for the day. He's been every morning. He's woke up and be like, "Dear Lord Jesus, I wish a nigga would try me today, so he could try use that fucking kick." And like, he's luckily someone started some shit. He's like, "Yo,
I'm on it.
I'm on it. I've been waiting for this." And
someone call my name.
He's come out with a fucking spinning roundhouse kick, and the guy he's fighting has looked like, wait, what? What
yeah, actually, I don't want any part.
Nah, I'm gonna move back. I don't know what's going on here, man. then it all just goes into like a massive brawl, but yeah, it's crazy shit, man.
Did you see the one from Dublin a couple of weeks ago where they said like racist guy gets knocked out or whatever, but on the video, I don't want to be that guy, but on the video, like there's no racism or anything, but the two Chinese guys that obviously like kind of own a shop or whatever, yeah, so they're all like kind of arguing, and these are two older Chinese guys. One of them just launches the guy out the front of the shop.
Oh, I seen that. Yeah.
He properly launched him as well by pushing him. The guy comes back in, and the other guy, the other shop owner, who whatever it is, like kind of gets in front of him and starts pushing him out. He throws a punch, and the older Chinese guy just connects with this guy's chin and just fucking socks him out, and he just drops. He just fucking drops. And it wasn't even that hard. Like, it didn't even look that hard. He just connected with his chin, and bang, his lights were out. It's fucking mental.
And that's another reason why I'm not fighting, man, because I don't want to be the person who wakes up and goes, what happened? What happened?
Yeah.
Like, wait. Nah, I don't want to.
That's the whole point as well. An older boy, like probably in his 50s, he had his like shirt tucked into his jeans. He looked like he had like one of those like burner phones on a clip on his belt. Like he just like an old boy, like a 50, 60s old boy, had his loafers on, sparked the guy, properly sparked him.
Yeah, nah, it's not me, man.
You never know what's going to happen to you at any point in time. Like if you're gonna fight with someone, that person could have had 10 years worth of fucking Wing Chun training. You know, especially a shop owner. Do you see it was a couple of years ago now, but I can't remember the name of the UFC fighter, but the Brazilian UFC fighter, the woman, she was just like coming out of her house and she got jumped by some bloke trying to rob her.
He was on a motorbike or something, innit?
Yeah, and she fucked him up. Like apparently like 2 punches, kick, he hit the floor, she pulled him up, sat him down and said, right, you're staying here till the police come.
I think he had a motorbike helmet on as well, did he? Was that the one?
The one that I saw, his face was just fucking like falling off the other side where she obviously punched him a couple of times. Just don't fuck with people. Don't fuck with people. Like, because whatever happens, anybody in the street could potentially ring your fucking bell. No matter what they look like. Don't have to be hench, don't have to be whatever. Anybody can ring your bell.
But I think, like, you know what you're saying, Jen, about we see all these movies and stuff that make people think they have to be hench to be able to fight and everything. That makes a lot of people, that makes a lot of people who aren't hench then want to carry knives, innit, and stuff like that, because they're thinking, I'm not hench, I better carry a knife, because, you know, remember that song Skinny Sort that Gets and everyone made, innit? Just because I'm the skinny sort, I have to carry a knife or something. I can't remember.
I feel like if that's your mentality...
Yeah, because that's
already something.
Anyway.
Yeah, I just feel like this. If you're carrying a knife for that reason, like because you think that there are big people trying to, then you're a pussy. Stay indoors, innit? Like if you're that scared to come outside, you need a knife. Yeah, stay your fucking ass inside.
Yeah, like, but a lot of people.
No, a lot of people are pussy. A lot of people are pussy.
There'll be that whole the whole thing that is presented in culture and media and stuff. Then that would encourage that kind of thing.
Then you're thick as well. So to me, I'm like, I've never looked at a person who's big and be like, oh shit, that's a scary person. I need to be weird. Like if that's how you think, yeah, your mind's already fucked. Like you're already on a losing side, because then you're gonna think of there's gonna be any reason. Because then what happens if the big person is the scary person, but the skinny person you think's carried a knife? Then what? oh shit, you better carry a gun. Oh, but if they might be, then we're back to fucking carrying Terry driving a tank through the fucking street.
Yeah.
That can't be your thing, man. You gotta be like, I don't know, man. You shouldn't even be on that kind of time. Like, that's a very insecure way of thinking. And it's you need to kind of come to terms with your fear. Like, why are you so scared? Why are you scared?
I'll tell you what.
Well, maybe they were bullied by people when they were young who were bigger.
They're not, like that. See, to me as
like
well,
people in the years above bullying the kids in the years below and all that kind of stuff.
Man, I can literally, like, this is no fucking slat on anybody else, yeah. But being bullied by anybody bigger or whoever, it didn't really matter. My dad told me what time it was, in it. Like, don't matter how big they are, whatever they are, you know what I mean? You hit them and see what happens. And but not getting into that, but I was good. I was all right at school. The one time I got bullied got ended very quickly.
So there was that Tim Pool guy, yeah, and he was on his podcast, whatever, and then he was saying that he's 34 years old, he hasn't had any kids yet, which he thinks is weird because his dad had him when he was like 27 or something. Why
is it weird? He's not having sex.
I don't know. He was just saying that.
It's weird if he's fucking and not having any kids. Yeah, that's weird. See a doctor.
He was kind of blaming it on feminism.
Right.
He was saying that. He was saying that because like women are now getting a career and they're doing this and that. Then like he ain't got no woman and he hasn't had any kids and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Carry on. Let me hear. What else did he say? Because we haven't done.
He was saying it's not a problem with him. It's a problem with everyone else.
Right. Okay. Cool.
And then,
that's like a cunt off the bat, to be honest.
No, like, no. Terry, come on, Terry. We got to start being a bit more diplomatic. Yeah. So
who said this? Who said this?
I can't know. I think Terry's right.
Tim Pool. Yeah. Tim Pool.
Who's Tim Paul?
Jen, you looking him up at the moment?
No, I'm not looking him up. I do have the other laptop, but I'm not even. I'm going to give him some advice, but you carry on. What else did he say?
He was saying that a lot of millennial women are going to regret it because they haven't settled down. They've gone off to do careers and then go on adventures. And then when they're about 30 something, they're like, oh, where have all the good men gone? And then they're all fucked.
Okay, well, this is... All right, Tim, listen, Timmy, mate, listen. Number one, the reason why you haven't had any kids yet is because you're not ejaculating in a vagina. Okay, so that's probably the first thing you should try. Try that before you start a podcast moaning.
Stop ejaculating in socks.
Yeah. Try that. The reason why women don't like you is probably, it's not because of them, it's probably you.
Yeah,
like, it's probably you.
And then what was the other thing is... Yeah, I can't remember what else. Basically, it was that. You had some
women are going to be upset. They're going to be upset. Well, if they do ever become upset, I'm sure they can start a podcast and they can speak for themselves. They don't need you, Tim Tiny Dick. You can't even make a fucking kid.
Tim what?
Tim
Pool.
Oh, Tim Pool. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
They don't need you to fucking talk for them. Like, if they're going to be upset, they're going to be upset. Like, and who the fuck is they? Why is everyone like these fucking groups?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, well, my mum only had me. My mum had me when she was 34. No, 44. Yeah. So, and she had my sister when she was like, no, who the fuck is that? That's not him. No.
There's a guy called Tim Paul.
Now I've got to fucking blur it so people don't fucking start.
No, not him. I'm American. He wears a beanie hat as well. He's got a beard. If you look him up on Twitter, you'll see him. He's like massive on Twitter and YouTube and all that. But yeah, I'm just like, well, my mum had my sister at 38 and she had me at 44. So like, come on, like, what the fuck? All of this stuff just seems like it's just dumb, innit?
But I don't understand
why do we? But the thing about this is as well. Why do you care what women think? Why do you care?
Exactly.
Why do you care what women are doing with their lives?
Because he wants to be able to.
I understand, but why is this traditional gender role so important to you? Like,
I don't know.
There's a lot of women that don't want kids. There's a lot of women that want kids. There's a lot of women that maybe want kids in the future. There's a lot of women that haven't. Women are humans. Women aren't an archetypal fucking gender role that this Tim Paul stroker thinks that they are. Fuck off, Tim Paul. Stop trying to tell other people how they should live their lives just because you're not getting any fucking because you're not getting any fanny. Fuck off.
And I was thinking as well, you see like the you know all those guys, what are they, the incel ones, you say you got to be hench if you want to get a girl and all this kind of stuff. I was like, you lot are fucking dumb. Like what
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not hench. I've had girls. Like what you going on about? I fuck girls. I fuck women. Do you know what I'm saying? What are you going on about?
This idea that you have to have money, you have to look good, you have to have a good body, you have to be at your mum's house, all this shit to get a girl, is fucking bullshit. It's just excuse.
To be at your mum's house?
You have to be out of your mum's house.
Oh, out of your house. Okay.
Like all this shit.
Yeah, that's what they think. That's all. Like I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? That doesn't tally with my life at all.
Of course not, because these guys are fucking like.
Like I used to worry. I used to worry when I was gonna bang a woman or whatever. I used to worry, thinking, "Oh, I'm skinny and that," and she'll be like disappointed. But then at that time, my dick's already in her anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter.
No one gives a fuck, man. Like no one cares about none of this shit. All this shit that people, again, like I said at the start of this podcast, there are things that people use to sell. They're trying to sell an image.
Yeah.
If they can sell an image, you'll try to get it, because say if you get this car, then girls will fuck you. If you have this house, then girls will fuck you. If you do this, then girls will fuck you. Like,
so these incel guys are basically be fooled by all this crap.
No, people will just dance around. People will make a massive song and dance around their own inadequacies, right? They will never admit to their own inadequacies. What they'll do is they'll project onto everything and everybody else. Everything is your fault. Like
100%.
It's the world's fault. It's the current world's fault that I'm not getting anything. No, it's your fault. It's your fault. The fault lies squarely with you because you're a cunt, and that's it. That's all there is to it. There's no like big conspiracy against you. If you really
but
think
I think
that,
so,
hold on.
Yeah,
chill.
These incels really do think that you can only get a woman if you're hench. Go to the gym then. Get on Twitter and go to the gym.
No, but then if they do get a woman, then they'll just fuck it all up because they don't know how to fucking talk to them and shit like that.
Yeah, that's their problem then. That's a learning process for them then. They'll know not to make the same mistake the next time. Like all of us had to. Every single normal human being had to learn how to talk to women, how to interact with people, how to make friends, how to get along in your job, how to manage your finances, how to fucking get a mortgage on a house, all that different kind of stuff. Stop blaming everybody else for your fucking own inadequacies because you're a piece of shit. That's it. That's it. Stop.
But as well, I think some of them, a lot of them probably weren't cunts, but then they started hearing these like, the people speaking all that shit, and they've gone down into the rabbit hole and they've become poisoned by that. And then if
you're not like kind of cunty, then you don't get pulled down into a rabbit hole that easily.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Because again, it's that a lot of these guys, it's funny. So my wife's a teacher, so she works with little kids, innit? And you'll get some parents, right, who don't teach their kids accountability. So they'll tell their kids it's everyone else's fault. You're perfect. Your mummy's special little boy. If your mum spoke to you like that, you're probably going to be a cunt. Because you're not special. You're literally nothing. There's nothing special about you. The only thing special about you is if you can be a nice person, a kind person.
Yeah,
that's the only time you're gonna have anything special about you.
Yeah.
When you can decide, oh, do you know what, man? Let me try and do some things with other people. Let me try and just be a decent person. Other than that, you're not special at all. You're a little cunt. And
I thought you were going full Thatcher right then, and then you flipped it. You flipped it,
bro. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not really a Tory anymore, innit? Like I think I've changed a bit, but like I just think, do you know what, man? I'm just like a lot of these parents out there, man. You're just you're not teaching your kids how to deal with real life. You're not teaching your kids accountability. Like one of the things that I love, is I love self-awareness. Self-awareness is really cool. Just kind of knowing who you are. But I also love the process of being accountable and being able to be wrong understand your mistakes and go, oh, do you know what, man, I fucked that up. And one thing I've noticed, there are certain people who have the inability to apologize.
So was the time when you learned this skill, was that when you was with me and Corinne and we were talking about that sample that was on the Streets album? And I was saying where it's from. And
I still ain't accountable.
I played it. We found it. And then Corinne was like, how does it feel to be wrong that?
That's it never happened. That never happened.
I bet that fucking burned, didn't it?
I thought that was the turning point. Not the turning point in your whole life?
Because what I did, I just blanked that out, innit? I went full narcissist, full sociopath, and just blanked it out like it never happened. And then what I did is, instead of taking accountability and going, oh, you know what, AC was right, I then blamed you and was like, nah, AC, he changed the sample. AC went to Mike Skinner and got the sample changed. It was different before that. But yeah, but that's it. Like, there's a group, there's people that you see that even when they apologize, they can't apologize. They'll be like, yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah, that was kind of your fault, really. And you know, but yeah, you shouldn't have done. Yeah, I mean, it's like but so and so is the whataboutism and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, nah, you should be able to just be like, oh, do you know what? Yeah, I was wrong on that, man. Like, my bad. And 9 times out of 10, if you can just make a heartfelt apology and be like, oh shit, yeah, I acknowledge that I fucked up, then the actual thing you did isn't that bad after. It's like, all right, cool, fuck it. Yeah, man, it's all good, man. Let's just move forward. If you acknowledge what you did, you acknowledge that you're gonna try and change or do something different, you know what I mean, or work on yourself, then keep it moving, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, I said these people were raised by people who are like telling them, nah, nothing's your fault. It's everyone else. You're perfect. It's never your fault. Your mummy's special boy. And that's why they end up being fucking in Bates Motel.
Yeah, and that's why we've got a nation that's so polarized as well. Like, because people don't want to admit they're wrong. People think that their opinion means anything to anybody apart from themselves. And they can't. They think that they're some kind of analytical genius, that they're able to. Whilst most of the time, people who are like that are so unhealthily like kind of self-unaware, completely like unable to critical think and lack empathy because everything is about themselves. Yeah. So like it's almost to the point where they don't even actually realise that they're the one at fault. Like I'm focusing on incels and people like that, and people like bodybuilders against women and stuff like that, because they don't realise that anything outside of their own reality actually exists, and they're pricks.
Yeah.
So what would you think has contributed to that in recent years, or has it always been?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a sociologist. Not fucking sociologist, AC. But like, I don't know. I have no idea. I think I think maybe social media has got a big thing to do with it. I think maybe people not being able to like kind of actually foster genuine relationships or friendships with each other. So you don't, and their circle of socialization as a kid maybe isn't what it used to be in like kind of our, not to be too boomer about it, but like the circle of socialization may not be the same as it was for us growing up.
Generation X.
Yeah.
Are we Generation X? Are we generation or not?
I'm Generation X. Are you two not millennials?
Yeah, millennials, man.
We're millennials?
Yeah, we're born off 1980.
Yeah, I'm Generation X.
Oh, if you're born after 1980, you're a millennial?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Let me see what millennial.
I thought millennials were born in 2000.
No, that's Generation Z.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Millennials, I think, are between 1980 and 2000 or something like that.
Oh, so
I'm Generation X. I was just borderline Generation X. I was born in 77, right? So okay. I'm going to be 44 this week. So yeah, I'm Generation X.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are millennials?
I'm
81 to 96 millennials.
Oh, there you go.
See.
So what are you then, Jen? You're
millennials.
Yeah, you two millennials.
You're Generation X.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought I was Generation X, man. Pissed.
Nah, I thought you were a fucking boomer.
But you're more like a boomer than you are anything else.
When boomers? When are they?
They're the 1950s, and they
Fuck off, man.
46 to 64. I should definitely be Generation X though, because I feel like
but that's the thing. I think
you didn't do loads of drugs.
Nah, but like
if you're Generation X, you've got to do loads of drugs, man.
My soul is fuck. I'm only 1 year away from Generation X. My soul is like, I should have been raised in the fucking 60s. Should have been a hippie. Like
that's not Generation X. That's boomers.
Nah, 65. So you know what I mean? That kind of would have 65-ish would have made the tail end. You know what I mean? As
boomers, they were called the baby boomer generation because it was after like World War II in Vietnam that they came back and had loads of babies.
Yeah, World War II, and everyone fucked.
I love how from 70. Wait, what year is it? Let me see. From 1928 to 45 is the silent generation. Silent. You ain't do shit. All you did is fucking racism and fucking. That's it. Nothing else.
So after boomers, what are they called?
Generation X.
Generation X.
Oh, what? After 1965 is Generation X?
Yeah, 65 to 77 is obviously Generation X.
Oh, I
65 to, what was it, 65 to
80
something?
80 to 80.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
It was like 15 years.
65 to 80, 81 to 96.
But that's the thing. I'm almost a millennial. You two are almost Gen X. It's like, there's no real difference. We all grew up at pretty much the same kind of time.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm fucking Gen X then, innit? So I'm 80.
You're 1980.
Yeah.
1980.
Oh, yeah,
son
wicked.
of a bitch. You man just left me to be a fucking millennial by myself.
You're a fucking millennial, Jen.
See, now I got to fucking eat avocado toast and fucking go Starbucks.
I think you're low special than you actually are and think that you were owed a job as a managing director of Lloyd's Bank. When
I've got to go and take pills.
But I feel like it. I feel that though. I do feel like I do feel a bit like a millennial, like I'm owed some shit.
Yeah.
Like kind of that entitled, that entrepreneurial generation who feels like we're just gonna do some magical shit. And
I feel like a Generation X as well, because I feel like my instinct is just telling me to go and do loads of drugs all the time, innit?
That's not. Are you keep?
I'm just trying to like. I'm just
trying. That's not what Generation X is. Yes.
Yeah, it is. That's what Generation X.
That's one of the things in Generation X.
No, that's the most important thing. That's the most important.
That's all he wants to do. Why don't you just go and do loads of drugs anyway?
I got to pay bills, innit? I got bills to pay, man. That's the only thing that keeps me on the straight and narrow. Bills. That's the only thing that keeps. That's the only thing that keeps me going from day to day.
That's the only thing that keeps you on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, it's bills. Having to pay bills.
So
that's the only thing that keeps.
That's what your album should be called. Bills, not pills.
Yeah, that's the only thing that keeps me from committing suicide is paying bills.
So wait. You're saying that capitalism is keeping you alive?
Yes. That's the only thing. I'm like, unless, but me, I'm not a capitalist. I'm now automated space communist. That's what I am.
Okay, explain that to me, please.
Like Star Trek, innit?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what That's the utopia that I'm aiming for. Right. So when the technology we can have replicators to make all the food. We don't need money anymore, man.
If you had a replicator, would you still replicate like 5 packets of biscuits to eat every night?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Replicator, hobnobs.
Wait, so how does a replicator work? Is it all synthetic food?
It gets all the what are they, the atoms and shit, and just combines them and it makes the food, innit?
So would it be? Is it ethical?
Yeah.
So Terry could eat a burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually. That's a very good point.
Yep.
I probably wouldn't be able to at this point. I'd absolutely shit my arsehole out. But like, actually, beef wouldn't be so bad. I couldn't eat pork though, and I still wouldn't eat pork.
Yeah. This friend of mine, he went to flipping.
That wouldn't be pork though.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't like the taste of it. It's just disgusting, isn't it?
He went to bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, he went to India for like a year, innit? He was living out there, and he was just vegetarian solely for a year. And when he came back, he was in the airport, and he went to Burger King, got a burger, and took one bite out of it, just threw up all over the.
Yeah, literally the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
You say that, but Terry forced me to eat meat in Spain.
It wasn't meat; it was sushi.
So okay, cool, whatever, fish, and yeah, my stomach wasn't the greatest after that.
Yeah. Yeah, just you see phenomenon. What all fucking hell?
Oh shit!
You know what it is?
Threw up on the stage.
No, I didn't throw up.
Nah.
It's like your digestive enzymes change in it depending.
Yeah.
So your gut flora changes.
Yeah.
So then when you go to eat something different, your body can't really digest it.
Yeah.
But what's really weird is my body can never really digest McDonald's properly, regardless of how.
Nah, no one's body can.
McDonald's, I don't know what McDonald's do, man. They do something. They got something in their food that's just not right.
The pink slime, innit? Ammonia pink slime or something.
That's not a real thing, but
oh, is that fake? Is that lies? Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, thank God for that. But the what's it like the thing like one time we went to Belgium, we're doing this rave, and we all went to this fucking. Like I was there the night before because there was two different raves in it, but they needed MCs on both nights. Yeah. So we were there the night before, and then I had steak at the hotel. Yeah, it was banging. Yeah, and I thought I was fine in it. And his old guy was there, and he was like, "How are you having steak like now?" And I was like, "Cause he's like, you shouldn't be having that for breakfast. Like this was like about 3, but I'd woken up and just went and had steak in the restaurant. He was like, "Nah, you shouldn't eat that for breakfast, man. You're gonna be ill." And I was like, "Nah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool." Then it got to the evening, and we took us over the road to this big restaurant that they all used to take all the artists to. Yeah. As soon as I got in there and just smelt the place, I just felt sick. I just felt mad sick.
Psychosomatic, man.
Bro, I don't know what it was. Yeah. So then I was like. Sat down and I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I can't eat. I'm going back to my room. I just went. I threw up. I was throwing up, and then I just like had to lie down. And then everyone else ate like kangaroo steak and all this mad shit in that restaurant. Yeah, everyone was sick. Every single artist was sick. Yeah,
that's food poisoning.
Having diarrhea, sick, everything like all that. And then like the DJ, I was on I was all right after that because I puked it all up, so I was cool in it. Went to do the set. The DJ who I was on set with, Headaches. Yeah, he threw up on set while he's DJing. He threw up into a fucking bucket. He had to just throw up into a bucket next to him and then carry on DJing. He just did the whole set.
He should have thrown up on the decks and spun it. Like Slipknot. Everyone just getting vomit all over them. Yeah, that's food poisoning. That's nothing to do with the food.
Yeah. No,
everyone got fucked, man. Everyone. Even the one DJ was saying he was having diarrhea on the toilet, and he had a girl sucking his dick while he was having diarrhea on the toilet. I was like, "You're sick, man. That's just fucking sick. I don't want to hear about that."
You could have left that off the podcast, to be fair.
Like, bro, I didn't do it. That's what he was
tell
doing.
us that. You didn't have to tell us that, to be fair.
But I mean, that's common. That's the jewel in the crown of the whole story.
It's
really not.
It's really not. It's actually not. But, all right, cool. Terry's done, man.
But I mean, come on, Terry, you must have done something fucked up like that.
All right, cool, but why'd you got to put it on him, man?
Yeah, I was the one to tell the story, mate.
Because Terry's the one who tells us all the bad sex stories.
But Terry's stories
never
are
about me taking a fucking turf out while I'm getting a knob.
After having food poisoning. Yeah.
I don't think my stories have ever gone that far because I've never actually done anything like that.
He's lost it. Oh, man.
Yeah, but I remember telling you what was the story with the butter, man. The butter.
But I didn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Andy's never told that. Andy's never told it on the podcast.
There's plenty of stories that I've got.
Would it be appropriate?
Yeah, there's plenty of stories, like the spatula story, the butter story. There's loads of stuff that aren't coming out. Yeah, that aren't coming out on the podcast.
Nah, we'll do that. If we ever do the Patreon, then we'll put it on there. But
yeah.
And the space docking one, innit? What was that one?
AC sharp, man. But if we ever get arrested for some shit, AC gonna snitch. You're gonna tell the whole fucking. You're gonna tell him
about snitch written all over him, innit?
AC, you're a snitch. You're an actual snitch.
Nah, man,
you're a snitch, man.
No way, bro.
And you wouldn't even know he's doing it. He's like, yeah, no, there's one time,
Genesis singing like
I ain't said no name.
Genesis had a strap in the car, innit, man? And he had it. And he took it out. He was like, yeah, man, it's not even loaded, man. So I don't know what you got arrested it for. Cool. Fuck, man. Yeah.
I never said the name of that DJ who did that. So all
right, cool. Just leave it there.
Yeah, just stop talking.
Fucking hell, man. Where's my cider? Shit. Fuck, man.
So yeah, what else happened this week then?
Loads of stuff happened this week,
good?
isn't it?
Yeah, go on. I don't
No,
know.
what?
I can't think of anything now. Do you hear that? There's that guy, Theta Burn. Did you see that name knocking around?
Yeah. I saw that. I saw the whole Carl Cox thing. What
Did
a
you
dick.
see that?
Yeah.
That was funny as shit, man.
I got shared in all the drum and bass groups.
Everywhere, yeah, everywhere.
Okay, tell the listeners and me.
So Carl Cox, legendary DJ, who he used to do like all kinds of music, innit? Back in the
He
back.
was like one of the like very, very. He broke out into hardcore, but he was like one of the earliest like kind of jungle DJs.
Yeah.
So he's not unusual for him to play a drum and bass set.
And what's his thing now? He's like more house and techno, or just house? Tech house or
Theta Burn kept saying house DJ, but he's
what is he? I can't know what
he's technically like a techno DJ, I suppose you could call him, but he's an everything DJ. Like he's like so basically any DJ you talk to, there's two DJs that come up as every DJ's hero. Yeah. One of them's Jazzy Jeff, one of them's Carl Cox. Like every DJ you talk to, no matter what the genre. I mean, there's a good few others like Masters at Work, Andy C, people like that are just the kind of the gods of DJing. But Carl Cox is officially like, if there was a Mount Rushmore of DJs, Carl Cox would be one of those heads, without a doubt. Like he would be the first place. So he played a set for, I think, Eats Everything, who's like a pretty big DJ nowadays. He played a New Year's Eve set for Eats Everything. I think he did it live, and I don't know if it just recently went up on Mixcloud or something like that. And this Theta Burn guy.
The Theta Burn guy, who's he? Is he some famous geezer or something? Or what?
Not at all, not in the slightest. He's just some Facebook DJ.
Oh, right.
Which is fine, it's whatever. Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But he went on there and he gave a full critical breakdown of Carl Cox's set, telling Carl Cox how to transition between tunes. He's like, I do it this way. So I think that if you lost loads of energy at this point. So I think if you transition this tune like this and that, and I know that this is what you do in house music, but in drum and bass we do it like this. And mate, I actually feel sorry for this Theta Burn guy now, because he has not been stopped. Like, the entire internet has coated him off now for like 4 days. And that's all I've seen.
But
all I've seen is Theta Burn just being burnt for like 4 days.
And is he a real account, or is it just a
real account? It's 100% a real account. I went and checked him out. And the poor fucker, man, like he made an effort during the week to start sharing the memes that people were making about him, so they go, look guys, I'm kind of in on the joke. He just got fucking coated. Like, loads of people have been writing underneath, like everything that he wrote, that he's been writing over the last few days, including please stop bullying me. People have just been leaving really condescending reviews.
About the way he's writing, isn't it? Yeah, they're reviewing the way he's written. Yeah. I saw one of them. It was like, the way you wrote the next paragraph was like very narcissistic.
I actually feel really bad for the geezer. Like, he's obviously. I kind of think, and I'm going to say it now, I think he might be like a dick. He may have Asperger's or something, because he very high functioning, obviously, but he's obviously not really got like a barrier that tells him not to go and lecture probably the most famous, best DJ in the world.
There's a whole heap of people that are like that, and they ain't got no Asperger's or nothing. They just fucking they'll just do that. They just do that, innit? They just that's their personality. They just think they can just talk shit to everyone.
This guy, I hope everybody forgets about him in the next few days, because
it will. Because some other shit is gonna happen.
Some shit will happen. I mean, I bet he's sitting there just waiting for something to happen, so everybody kind of forgets about him. Yeah. Some of the stuff has been fucking hilarious. But it's bad though, man. Did it make it to all the drum and bass groups? I bet.
Bro, that's where it did first. That's where it blew up first, didn't it? That's where it blew up first, because obviously I think it happened in one of those drum and bass groups or something
I
because
think
they
it was
must
on
have shared.
Mixcloud. I think the actual thing was on Mixcloud. I could be wrong though. I think the share maybe happened. I'm not sure if he wrote it on New Year's Eve and it was live, or the mix has just gone up recently and someone's just seen it. But yeah, I think it probably took off. Like the screen grab probably took off in all the base groups.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, straight away, man. Straight away. Just people went in, man.
There was loads of stuff that I mentally took a note of to talk about tonight, but I can't remember what any of it is.
Yeah. So what new controversies are going on in the world apart from this? Was it Theta Burn? Yeah.
Theta Burn, yeah.
Apart from him, what else?
Who's Dylan Francis?
Dylan Francis is a complete shoker, but he's the way like
you didn't butcher it like that train wrecking twat Dylan Francis.
Who said that? What?
That guy.
Theta Burn, that's the first line of the review, isn't it?
Theta Burn said that.
Mm.
It's poor Dylan Francis, man.
But on his website, he's actually taken it off now as well. But on his website, or on his Facebook or whatever it was, the first like introduction line when you Google him, it says Theta Burn / better than Andy C.
So he just hates the whole what's it called?
The whole world.
The best DJs in the world.
The best DJs in the world. Dylan Francis definitely isn't one of the best DJs in the world.
But Andy C's he's on the wall as well, man. You got to put him on the wall.
Oh, Andy C's on the wall for sure. Yeah, he's 100% on the Mount Rushmore. What else has happened this week? There's been loads of fucking good music released this week.
Yeah.
Not albums though. What albums though?
So Jim Jones
saying that Geezer's album was like Griselda.
Jim Jones' new album.
Yeah, Jim Jones' new album's sick as well. Lloyd Banks' new album.
No,
Do you think Jules Santana ever gets offended by Jim Jones?
Why?
Because he always calls him Joel Santana. He can't pronounce his name properly.
Can't he?
No, he was Joel Santana. He says Santana.
He doesn't actually know your name after like 15 years.
What I'm saying. Don't you think like sometimes Joel's like, bro?
It's like Trigger in Only Fools and Horses, isn't it?
Yeah.
Call him Rodney Dave.
Don't you think like sometimes Joel's is like, bruv, like
the Fraud Department? Wait, is this Jim Jones Harry Fraud?
Yeah, Fraud Department.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a good album, man.
Shit.
Harry Fraud is shit.
Yeah. No, sick.
Okay. Oh, it's because you're fucking eating on the podcast like a fucking kid. Like, you can't wait fucking another hour to eat.
Bruv, I've got high metabolism. I need to be fueled, otherwise I'll die. That's how it goes.
Why are you so cheap all the time?
I crash and burn, innit? I crash and burn.
I'll tell you what is a good album as well, and I didn't really want to like it, but I actually really like it, is the Peter Rosenberg album, Real Late.
I ain't heard that.
I
had a really weird dream the other night.
About Peter Rosenberg?
No, I got into an argument with someone's mum. No, I got into an argument with someone's mum on a houseboat, and then she said she's going to kill me. So I said, well, I want to be cremated. And she goes, no, I'm going to bury you. I was like, fuck you, man, cremate me, innit? And then she was like, nah. And I was like, okay, you got to chop me up and eat me.
And that's the music review for this week, folks. Sorry.
It's a really weird dream, innit? I don't know why I said that. Then I walked out of the houseboat and she said she's going to come and get me soon, innit? He's going to kill me and that. So what does that mean?
Whose mum is it?
Yeah.
Someone I know, innit? I don't want to bait them out, innit?
Cool.
Is this dream based on anything, like any kind of weird interaction you've had with their mum?
No.
Have you met their mum?
Never.
Have you got sexual feelings for their mum?
No. Hell motherfucking no.
Is she fine?
I don't know. I've never even seen her. I don't know what she looks like.
Why are you thinking about your mate's mums?
Yeah, like why is she?
Well, I don't know.
Her
stepdad was there as well, but he was completely the wrong description as well. So I've never met him.
Do you like? So when you search porn, do you look for mums? Do you go for milfs?
No.
So how do you know what they look like? Did you phone your mate up at like 6:30 in the morning and go, bruv, describe your parents?
Yes, that was definitely them.
What is this shouting thing? I never shout, man. What are you talking about? But
AC's the calm one.
I'm very calm, yeah. But
that for department.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you think that means then? Like, if you analyze this,
I don't know. Hold on. But if you're on streaming now, save the Horseman album as well.
The Horseman.
So Raz Kaz.
It's a new Horseman album.
Yeah, Cannabis.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I say. It's a good week for music, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all like, Horseman. I'm always gonna check out, man.
So HRSMN, Horseman. For the listeners you don't know, Cannabis, Killer Priest, Razkaz, and Corrupt. Fucking insane.
What happened to Razkaz's group he was going to do with Exhibit and Sophia and all that?
Golden not Hobo Junction, Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, what happened to that? What happened?
I don't know. They did a couple of tunes, but they just never really did anything like an album or anything like that. But there was loads of those super groups. There was like Strong Arm Steady came out as like a proper as a group, but they just ended up like kind of dropping Exhibit, didn't they? But that was who was in that? That was Exhibit, Condon, and a few others. But there was like all these West Coast like super groups that never really happened. This Horseman album, that's been around since like the late 90s.
What, the album or the
No. The group's been around.
Yeah. They've done stuff. They had a mixtape or some shit.
Yeah, mixtape. But this album is the first album.
The artwork didn't disappoint.
No.
Do you know what, man? I love old rappers. How they do the artwork is hilarious.
Let's see.
They are just stuck in like a.
I did find it's a wicked album, but I did find like Razkaz has been promoting it for like the last
Oh, like a cartoon thing.
Yeah, Razkaz has been promoting it on Instagram.
It's not the coolest.
No, and some of the artwork and stuff that he's been putting up in t-shirts and hoodies and stuff have been fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, it is Killer Priest, isn't it? Like, but have you heard that Killer Priest album as well?
No, which one?
Hold on.
Is it a new one?
Yeah, really. I don't know if it's new. Hold on. Let me look at my saved albums. Rocket to Nebula.
Fucking amazing.
Have you listened to it?
Yep.
No.
It's 2020. I thought it was 2021. Yes, fucking wicked album.
This is sick, man. Like, again, Killer Priest has some of the worst artwork ever.
This artwork was actually pretty good, though. I thought this was actually relatively decent in comparison.
Yeah, it's not the worst. It's definitely not the worst. Him and Capadonna do have some of the worst art ever. But this is not the worst. You know, I don't like Spotify. You should be able to click on the album and see the artwork properly.
Yeah, you can't. It's really annoying.
What the fuck is that about?
Have you heard the new Spy Zoo album?
I've got it in my saved, but I haven't listened to it yet.
That is
Lloyd Banks,
one of my albums of the year.
You said the Lloyd Banks one.
Lloyd Banks came out 2 weeks ago, but Lloyd Banks is a good album.
Yeah,
it's a good album. It's cool. I like it.
Who was sounds a lot better
than the DMX album yet?
I don't like the DMX album.
There's a couple of tunes on there that I really like. The thing that I like about all these albums is basically Styles P is on pretty much every single one of them.
Yeah.
Styles P's killing everything.
Yeah, he's on everything.
Ransom is killing everything. Anything he's on, he's destroying it. So there was the what are they called? Black Soprano Family album.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick.
Is that Benny the Butcher?
Yeah, it's a bit old now, but yeah. Match Homie album.
Yeah, that's fucking wicked.
Fucking crazy, man.
The Griselda album.
Yeah, Pray for Haiti. Came out a little while ago, but yeah, still I've listened to that pretty much. Like, that's one of my skating albums, man. Fucking amazing album. What else is sick? What other good music out there? There's this guy. So if you know me, you know that I'm the biggest Earl Sweatshirt fan. I think he's probably my number 2 artist of all time. But he's got, like, you know, when you do Spotify radio and you just listen to people that are like that artist, right?
Yeah.
So I found this other guy. He's just called Mike. His name's just Mike. And it's a similar production style, similar kind of rap flow, that lo-fi sound. And then on his album, there's a guy called Jadacy, who's from Peckham.
Really?
Like, yeah, man, like that kind of style as well. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, man, it was kind of, I've been using Spotify radio a lot more than I was using before. Sometimes I'm in the mood for certain songs and I can't be bothered to make my own playlist. I just use Spotify radio and it'll just...
Spotify radio can be wicked, but if you're... you have to expand out a little bit. Like all of the stuff that I listen to, it's all very, very similar. And that's like kind of to my own detriment. So I go onto Spotify radio and it's just suggesting the same stuff over and over again. Like if I've gone on like, which is all the time, but if I've gone like on a mad 90s kind of flex, there's no 90s tune that you can play me that I don't know the lyrics to, basically. But it always goes into like Lord Finesse, Hip to the Game, blah blah blah, and just goes like that for. So I end up listening to the same shit all the time, and the algorithm picks that up. So then I end up just the automated like kind of radio stuff just does the same thing all the time.
See, you got to do it differently. So this is what I do, yeah. So you go to like Isley Brothers, yeah. Click on Isley Brothers, and then you'll have on their profile, you'll have Isley Brothers Radio. Going to. So then that will give you like all those different Isley Brothers style songs. I've just been doing that, like, I don't know, man. Rolling Stones or Prince or like whatever vibe I'm on, you just flip onto that. It's the Nancy. Come on, you know that was my shit. Like all them ones, this gives you all that Ninja Man. You can just, you're like, oh, and it's cool as well, yeah, because there's certain songs that you might forget about. Like, oh shit! Like I don't remember. Last time I heard this song was in my uncle's car when I was like 6. Like sick. So that's my new way of using, because I never used to like Spotify for me has been dead for a little while, as far as like I still find it really hard to find new artists. There is no way that Jim Jones should have a new album and it doesn't come to my phone straight away. Like, even if I'm not following an artist, they should be like, yo, we see what you listen to. You listen to Jim Jones, you listen to Cameron, you listen to Dipset, here's his new album. You like I should know that.
Kind of like Tidal. Like I've got Tidal and Spotify. Like I was just using Spotify as my personal. Then you can use Tidal with DJ programs. So I use my business pays for Tidal, but I've started using Tidal so much more for my like kind of my own personal use now.
Seeing.
I think just the like kind of the curation process with Tidal's a little bit tighter.
Yeah, like I just think Tidal was definitely more.
What does that mean, curation?
So that they have, yes, a lot of it's done through automated, but at the same time, they have people that are in charge of, like they have teams in charge of genres and stuff. So the teams that are there will promote certain releases, like, and put stuff on the front page, and it's just a little bit more targeted. So the baby won't end up on the same page as, say, Jim Jones or something like that. Like it won't, they'll have like a classic, not even a classic hip hop, but like a rap section, a hip hop section. And if I'm listening to, I don't know, a lot of Harry Ford or something like that, then I won't necessarily get, I don't know, Megan Thee Stallion. Not that I've got anything against Megan Thee Stallion, but I don't listen to a lot of Megan.
Might get signed up against Megan Thee Stallion,
I think
toxic masculinity.
Wicked. I think Megan Thee Stallion is like really good.
I think she's wicked. I just don't listen. Rap. Like it's just not something that I listen to on my headphones on the way to work. But I think she's fucking great. Like there's loads of stuff that I really rate, like The Baby, like all of that kind of stuff, which I just don't listen to if I'm given the choice. I'd rather listen to Sky Zoo, but I've got nothing against that other stuff at all.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. I feel you, homie. I feel you. But I think the problem with Spotify is Spotify, everything is for sale. So all their playlists are just bought out. All the big labels have just bought out all their playlists, all their spots to get their music. Like you can I listen to my own music on Spotify, right? I'm only listening to my own music, my own playlist. When my playlist finish, it will go to like not even artists like me. It will just go to like some big artists. I'm just like, that ain't fair, because you ain't never playing no fucking big art me after no big artists. Whereas with Tidal, I feel like their algorithm is just more pure. It's like, no, it's
100%
more listener focused.
100% it is.
Which makes way more sense. But so let's talk fucking TVA. The TVA. The Time Variance Association.
Adjustment Agency. I don't even know what the TVA stands for, actually. It's not disappointing, is it? It's just
I don't know. It didn't really do anything for me. It just felt like a bit of.
That's because you have no taste and you like
and you're dead inside. But for everyone else who
Yeah. It was
That's
all right.
It was
cool.
Carry on.
It was cool, but it was just like, I don't know, it just wasn't really like John Blaze enough. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, okay.
It was John Blaze at the end, man. A fucking lady fucking Loki appeared.
Oh my God.
So fucking what, innit? I don't know who the fuck. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Like,
I ain't read the Marvel comics, I don't
I ain't read the Marvel comics
either.
either. You ain't got to read the comic, AC.
They've set the whole thing up that there are a load of Lokis out there because Loki, like they actually said in the episode that Loki is one of, if not the most, like kind of variant heavy across the across the sacred timeline.
Yeah, so naturally there's going to be a female version of him, innit? Because one time the female DNA got in the egg.
Okay, but why is that upsetting you?
It hasn't upset me at all. I was just like, whatever, innit? It didn't make me go, whoa, fucking hell.
That's I went, oh fucking hell. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, oh shit.
I just thought, okay, so it's a female one.
You've just got to be invested in it.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
AC's on some fucking incel vibes. He's there.
What?
Oh, why is it a fucking woman, man?
No, I didn't say that at all. I was just like, oh, okay, it was a woman. Okay. But I didn't. You're
do you know what? I don't really like women very much. I might start some kind of club.
Episode 33, AC hates women. Cool.
Fuck off, man. What are you doing? You're the one.
AC the incel.
You're the one who's making a big issue about her being a woman.
Where this conversation's going? Where? The naming of this podcast.
Yeah, always. Trust me.
Where's it
going? But then again,
every
conversation goes towards the name of this podcast. So I think I've really got it. It's definitely AC the incel.
Piss off, man. I'm not a fucking incel. Incel, what does it mean? Involuntary
celibate.
Involuntary celibate.
Yeah, boy, that's not me. So
incels are high.
Incels are high.
Yeah, like Ace is high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, AC can't be an incel. AC be knocking him down.
But but yeah, like I thought it was all right. It was cool, but it just. But then again, like, because it's episode 2, innit? Yeah, so it can't.
They've not warmed it up that much.
Yeah, they have to do that. So yeah, it was like, it was whatever, man. It was all right.
I thought it was wicked. I thought, like you like kind of got to examine a little bit more of like this Loki's personality and potentially what all the Lokis could be like in that scenario.
Yeah.
You got to see a little bit more behind like the organization. I thought it was wicked. I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah. I started watching that Sweet Tooth thing as well, innit?
All right, let me just stick on Loki for a sec.
Yeah.
The only element I don't like about Loki is kind of like it's really a personality thing. It's the idea, which I guess will make it more exciting, but the idea that he could double cross anybody at any time. So I feel like they're gonna do like the double cross, triple cross, quadruple cross. Like it's gonna be a lot of that going on.
Oh,
and I feel like, but me personally, I'm always just like, don't be a cunt, man.
Yeah, but he always is. Like that's the whole point. Like he always kind of ends off all right and makes it like in Thor 2 and in like kind of in like the what's it called, the Infinity War and stuff like that. You kind of see that side of Loki, which is like a little bit more like kind of heroic or whatever. But at the end of this episode, you don't really know if he's being heroic or he's double crossing, because he could be going after female Loki or he could just be trying to get away from them.
But at the same time, you know he's always going to act in his own self-interest up 100%. Until they do the character arc. Because I was thinking as well, like, we still look at Loki as the Loki who tried to kill Thanos to save Thor. But he's not that Loki.
This is a different Loki.
Yeah. So I guess we have to have that whole character arc where he becomes that. But which is it?
I mean, he saw himself get killed by Thanos, though, didn't he?
He did, yeah. That's what I was about to say. He did see that of himself.
But it's not enough, though, man. And I know they tried to make it like him seeing that brought him to that point, and he was like, I don't want to be evil anymore. But if you think that jump is massive, if you think of that jump from the 2012 the 2012 Loki, like that ain't the same. Like he was an evil person. He was the bad guy of that. Like you don't go from the bad guy to the good guy in one episode.
He was the bad guy, but they had that quite open, like kind of dialogue where he's saying that he didn't like killing people. It was like a means to an end, because he was always thought of, and he always thought of himself as like kind of the underdog. So he always had to prove his power.
True, but that doesn't happen in a day. Like, or I guess they say time is different in that space.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
At the same time, it's like for us, there needs to be way more of that, him going back and forth and really trying to figure out how far do I push this, because
I think they will. 100% think they will. I think they've got enough space to do it, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Like, I don't know, he's still shaping up to be like, it just feels good to be back in the arms of like proper Marvel again.
Yeah, I feel you.
It really does. Like, it feels so great to just be in that space again and have something to look forward to. Because as much as I enjoyed Winter and Falcon and Winter Soldier, it just didn't.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Because that feels like way more like the Winter Soldier, that kind of espionage action. There's no the gravity of what they're dealing with is very earth based. There's not a lot of magic.
But has that spoiled us now? Because back in the day, we would have been like when the first Captain, like when Winter Soldier came out. That was my favorite shit up until like
still.
kind of. It's still one of my favorite films, like that and Civil War, and they're very grounded. There's not really much like kind of.
Your favorite films ever, or just Marvel?
In the Marvel universe,
okay,
in the Marvel universe.
It's not fucking Blue Juice or whatever.
No, it's not Blue Juice.
Chill, AC, fucking hell.
I think Winter Soldier was better than Blue Juice.
Yeah, I think that's the general consensus.
Did you not watch that?
I don't think that's the hot take you think it is.
Oh, did you watch it?
No, I mean, watch it, brother. Watch it with you.
And did you watch the other one I sent you? The other trailer for Road Racing?
I didn't watch that.
Why not? What's wrong? Did you watch the Blue Juice trailer?
What did I say?
I don't think that's the hot take you think it is. Do you see on the thing the other day when I was talking about what's the film I was talking about? You commented on it, AC.
Oh yeah, about Blue Juice and the guy come.
The guy. I was like
Aiden or Adrian or something. Aiden.
Yeah. He's a good guy, and I was like, "It's no Blue Juice." And this guy, like really kind of took it quite seriously. He's like, I don't think Blue Juice is quite as good as you think it is. And blah, blah, blah. I was like, don't worry about it.
Point Break was a classic one, isn't it? He said Point Break was a classic
Point Break. He's like, there's no Point Break. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure it's not.
You know what? Yeah,
it's not.
A Blue Juice might be better than Point Break. It might be.
Well, we'll find out. And we'll let
might be. But Point Break's got more like, because obviously Blue Juice is not action; it's more like situational comedy kind of thing. Whereas
that's like saying the Disney film Cars is better than like the Fast and the Furious.
Well, I've never seen Cars, but it probably is better than the Fast and the Furious.
The first Fast and the Furious is pretty good.
Is it? Okay.
I'll say the first 3 to 4, including Tokyo Drift.
What one was Tokyo Drift 4?
Tokyo Drift to be free, is it not? Yeah, it's free because there is already Fast 4.
I started watching Tokyo Drift and just turned it off.
Tokyo, yeah, you gotta be really invested. You gotta be really. I've never watched Tokyo Drift. Like,
I saw the end of Fast and Furious 2 with the one with Tyrese in it, and they're driving or something somewhere.
That can be any of them.
That's literally every single.
I saw that was Fast and Furious 2. Yeah, they were driving for some reason, and then they ended.
Again, I think that's every single one of them. The film's based around cars, actually.
Yeah. I know, but that's not my fault if that's what happened, did it? That's what happened. What else am I meant to say?
No, true. Because that's all that really happens in those films. Tyrese drives around for a bit.
But I thought he was only in the second one. Oh, he's in more, yeah?
I don't know.
He's in all of them. He's part of the family.
Oh, okay.
He's getting that bag, man. He's getting that bag. Same with Ludacris. Like, they're in all of them. Majority, I think.
Deep.
Apart from the spin-offs.
Nah, they got a new one now, innit?
Just Elba. Yeah, man. It's the soundtrack is out. I think who's on the soundtrack? There's some good people, man. JP the Wavy. Big up JP the Wavy, Japanese artist on the soundtrack. There's a few other people. Yeah, man. It's a big.
But they brought Vin Diesel's girlfriend back to life in it, or saying she's in it as well. But I thought she died or something in one of them.
AC. I've seen every single one of them. I can't tell you what's happening in any of them. All I know is I watch them. They're one of them films that I watch, and at the end I'm like, I want to go to the gym. I want to go beat up a skinny person.
Oh no!
Yeah.
But no, then I'm like, got a tank.
Oh, he's got a knife. Oh no, he's in a tank. Then I'm like, all right, fuck it, don't worry about it. Yeah, they're like motivational films to be like, oh shit.
That was Master P's whole thing, though, wasn't it? He was quite slim, so he got himself a tank.
For real, that was
yeah, he was in the hood, and everyone was like, they were like, yo, we got guns. He's like, yeah, you got guns, I got a tank, man. Nah. Big up Master P, fucking legend of a human being. Like,
I'll tell you what I watched the other day, and I'm not sure if I like it, or I'm not sure if I liked it. I'm not sure if I hated it, just purely based on like the content. Have you seen 13 Hours?
13 Hours.
Nope.
It's about like the I think it's on Netflix or Amazon or something. It's about like the the private soldiers who defended like this American embassy in Libya.
Okay.
It's actually like really, really good, but I don't like the fact that it was parading American soldiers who were killing loads of Libyans in their own country as the
good guys.
As the good guys, yeah, as the heroes of the piece.
Yeah, give that one.
I'm not sure. It was like it's actually a really, really good film, but I'm very conflicted about it.
Is it better than Rambo?
If I was to watch the two back to back now, then I'd say yes.
Rambo 1, you mean?
When I was 14, no.
No, I mean Rambo, not the last Rambo, the Rambo before, the one that's just called Rambo.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
That's
what?
Is it good?
I didn't think it was all that great, but then when he actually goes to war, then it was really good. But I didn't think it was all that great to begin with.
Hold on, are we talking? AC, are you talking the later one, the one that's come out of the war? Okay.
Yeah. He goes some Christian missionaries or something.
Yeah, that's the one, bro. That's the one. That is one of the only films that while watching the film for the first time, I had to pull it up. I was like, there's one part when he gets on the 50 cal gun.
Yeah.
And he shoots that person in half.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to see that again. There's one part where there's the violence in it is nuts. Like it is the craziest violence you've ever seen in a film.
So is that on Netflix now or anything?
Probably. It's probably on now. It's probably on now.
Now, all right, sweet.
They've probably got all of them on there. But yeah.
I've watched some shit films this week and I can't think of any of them now.
What did I watch this week? Yeah, I can't really remember. What I've done though, I've been checking out, like, there's a guy called Chris Stuckman who does movie reviews on YouTube.
Yeah, I watch some of his things.
He's probably the best movie review show. And he does this thing where he does the top films of the year. So I've been going through all of his old ones and just marking all the films down, the ones that he said were the best films of that year. I'm just gonna start watching them because I'm always like, I was got nothing to watch. I'm just like, man, like, I need some movies to watch.
You know, the most annoying thing is when I get in from the studio, I cook my dinner, I sit down, I turn the TV on, and I just want to watch a film while I eat some food. And my food is cold by the time I find something to watch.
Yep.
This happened to me yesterday. I thought, you know what? I just prefer looking at the pictures of the films than actually looking at them. Some of the pictures.
You're such a strange lad.
Nah, because some of the pictures, that's obviously like, because some of the artwork's really good in it, and you're looking at all the color schemes and that, and then you're just like, do I feel like watching it? No, and just go to the next one. Oh, that's a good picture.
When Netflix first came about, right? When I first got Netflix, like years and years ago, I spent more time putting stuff on my list than I did actually watching anything.
Yeah.
I probably do that now, man. Like, I don't really watch anything. I'm just always just choosing what I'm going to watch later. Yeah. And then this is me, yeah? There'll be like a film that's really good, that I know is really good, yeah? And I'll be like, nah, I won't watch it yet. I'll save that. And then there'll be some crappy film, Piranhas, and I'm like, yep, watching that right now.
Yeah.
Like, because I just, like, I don't know, man. It's one of them things that I look at a film, I'm like, oh, Bruce Willis is in it. It's definitely going to be shit. Watching that, set in space, him.
What's the name of that film? What's it called?
Which one?
Armageddon.
That one. No. There's like a new film where he's got like wearing an exoskeleton.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
he's
really
fighting
shit.
aliens.
It's supposed to be really shit. It's
Bruce Willis. Like Bruce Willis doesn't make good films anymore.
Nah, not at all. He doesn't even. He doesn't.
I saw that Glass. I thought that was crap.
No, that's
Glass. I actually really like
film.
Glass.
Glass is a good film, man.
Yeah, I actually really I enjoyed it. The end was shit.
I don't think Bruce Willis should have died. His character shouldn't have died, man.
And thank you for the spoiler.
And that's the end of that one.
No one else is going to bother watching it now.
I thought they all seen it. Everyone's seen it apart from me.
Right, cool.
I was a bit disappointed after because there's Unbreakable. What's the one where he's like the multiple personalities?
Split is good.
Yeah, Split is wicked.
Split got was one of the movie of the years. I think it's 2017 or 2018.
Yeah.
One of the movie of the years. It's a good movie, man.
Did you see that Velocipastor?
Nah.
Seen that one?
Nah, go on.
It's about a priest who goes to, I think he goes some country or something, Hong Kong or something, gets into some situation and he starts turning into a velociraptor, innit? He goes and realizes he can use the power to turn into a velociraptor to then fight crime.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of this.
He's fighting ninjas. Yeah, but it's like that Archer, you know, the Archer episode you sent us. There was the fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, I see. I had no idea. Like, that's such a fucking great. Archer's so fucking good.
Yeah.
I had no idea they did an entire episode with velociraptors.
Yeah. Because I'd never seen Archer before, and then Jen was saying you got to watch this Archer thing. So I looked it up, and it was that one, and I watched it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I think that's the one that I sent when I was trying to convince you lot into watching.
Oh, it's you sent it.
Yeah, that's the one that I sent you over, isn't it?
Yeah. I was like, "What is this, man?"
I'm just trying to look at the other films I've watched because I know I watched something really shit the other day and I really wanted to slag it off, but I can't remember what it was.
I watched a bit of Total Recall the other day.
Well, the new one or the old one?
Nah, the old one, man. New one's not as good, man.
Nah, new one's shit in comparison.
And then I watched some of Working Girl yesterday.
Really? What was that? Have you got that on VHS?
Disney Plus. It was on Disney Plus, man.
Is it?
Yeah. Working Girl. So, yeah, I turned it off after a while though.
Yeah, what's the Arnold Schwarzenegger one that's just gone up on Disney Plus? End of Days.
Oh yeah, I never seen that.
And it's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, Gabriel Byrne is the devil or something, isn't it? Or something like
What's that?
Gabriel Byrne is the devil.
Yeah. Okay. It's kind of like The Omen.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's all right.
All right. I might check that out.
I watched that new Pixar film that was on Disney as well, called Luca.
Is it good?
I thought it was all right. Nothing special, but I think obviously we've kind of been spoilt by like the levels of the Pixar movies.
Yeah.
Like Soul and Coco. We're kind of expecting that level of great.
Soul and Coco, like Soul is brilliant.
Yeah.
Coco is possibly one of the best.
Yeah.
Coco is like one of the best ever, like kind of animated films. It doesn't even matter that it's animated, to be honest. It's just a fucking amazing film.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, AC?
No, I better check that out. Coco. I haven't even seen Soul yet. People were telling me.
Do you know what? I want you to watch it, but I don't want to hear your review of it.
Because it's going to be I thought it was a bit shit, actually.
Coco. It's called Coco. What's it on Disney Plus, yeah?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. It'll definitely be on
out.
Disney Plus.
I thought it was a bit unrealistic because like ghosts don't really exist. So then
how were they walking around and they were just skeletons? What was holding their bones together?
And then it'll spoil it for everyone else and be like, yeah. And then when everyone died at the end, then like, it's fucking
sad. Ghosts exist, man. They do exist. Like,
do they?
For real.
Right, cool.
Yeah. My mate, he moved into this flats, and it was in a 14th century building.
Yeah.
And it was haunted, right? So then one night, what are they?
Yeah, they're pretty sick. Where'd you see them?
StockX.
What's that Audi's colours?
No,
it looks like Audi's colours, though, isn't it?
I wouldn't know what that is, man.
Aldi, the shop, you know the shop called Aldi. So then, he's sitting there at night. He's asleep at night, and he woke up, and he looked in the corner of the room, and there was this boy in the corner of his room, yeah, just sitting down in the corner.
Is this Islington?
No.
So this is my point, right? You've got a valid ghost story, and when we were talking about ghost stories the other week, you decided to come out with a story about a fucking random blowjob.
About a random what?
A random
blowjob. Huh? Blowjob. When you like Islington, we were talking about ghost stories, and you've got a ghost story, right?
So is that what we were talking about back then?
Yeah, we were talking about ghost stories. Then you started talking about fucking some bloke waking up and he was having a nosh.
Well, this is the next one, isn't it? So that, but it obviously didn't come in my head.
No, ghost gave him a nosh.
No, the ghost is like in the corner of the room, yeah, and he was like some like young boy in like rags, like fucked up clothes and shit, yeah. And so then he was like, "What are you doing in my room?" And the kid gets up, right, walks over to his bed, walks onto his bed,
and starts giving him a handshake.
No, he's standing on the bed. Standing on the bed, yeah? But if he did give him a hand job, it would be paedophilia because the kid is a young boy. Yeah?
No, because he's abusing him. He's abusing him, so it'd be.
So what do they call that? Reverse.
And plus, he's a ghost. So.
Yeah, he might be super old. He might be like died in the fucking.
Yeah, if he's a ghost, he's at least 100 years old.
Yeah, but no, but he might be. But don't they stay the same age? If you're a ghost and you die at fucking 40,
it doesn't matter. You might look the same, but your age, you can't stay the same age because we live in a place of time and space.
Yeah, but their mentality might stay the same.
Don't matter unless you're outside of time and space. You're
okay. So he's a vulnerable ghost. Carry on.
Carry on.
So my friend is like, "What the fuck?" And then what
happened
was,
off my penis.
Now what happened was, yeah, the ghost opened its mouth, yeah, and
oh god,
nah, not like that.
Here we go.
That he opened his mouth, and there was just this buzzing noise,
right?
A loud buzzing noise, right? And it got so loud, huh?
It was a glottal.
No, just buzzing, no glottal stop, just buzzing, yeah. Did you not look up glottal stop yet?
No,
carry on.
Up, yeah? So just buzzing, yeah, buzzing, but and it's like louder and louder and louder, and then my friend was like, ah, like that, yeah. And he had to close his eyes and everything. And then it suddenly just stopped. And he opened his eyes and the ghost was gone, innit?
Right.
So he moved out of those flats like about a week later.
Do you think you should move out after that?
He did move out. About a week later, he moved out. He told us when we were like, yeah, move the fuck out, man.
Move out, yeah.
See, this is the thing, yeah? Like, you didn't even figure out like what was happening. So
it was a ghost.
But the ghost was buzzing for a reason. It's like, do you want help or something, bruv? Like, are you okay? Like, why are you here in my room with your mouth open, making weird noises? Like, how can I help you? Because furthermore, I pay fucking rent here. You don't even pay fucking rent. So really and truly, you shouldn't even be here. I pay fucking rent, not you. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, but the ghost, you can't be nasty to the ghost. You have to.
You can. Why not?
No. Because the ghost.
Everyone's so offended. You fucking lefties can't even be horrible to ghosts anymore. Fuck his fucking anti. Fuck this woke shit.
But the ghost,
I'm gonna kick a ghost in the cunt.
It's woke ghost movement. He's getting
it is, man. Fucking woke ghost. I'm gonna kick a ghost in the cunt. Get the fuck out my fucking room. You don't pay for this shit. I pay for this shit. And you ain't got to work in the morning. I got to fucking work in the morning. And you're up making buzzing noises. Like, if you want to be helpful, do that buzz at 6 a.m. or 7 when I got to wake up, when I need an alarm. Do it shit then. Don't just fucking do it at 3 in the fucking morning, you selfish cunt. That's why you're probably dead. That's why you died as a kid. Probably someone killed you as a kid because you were a fucking cunt.
To make it even worse, he was kneeling on the bed as well.
No, he was standing. What,
the ghost was standing on the bed?
Yeah.
You're standing on my bed with your dirty ghost shoes. You're standing on my fucking bed. Nah, man, that's disrespectful. That's why you're dead. Like, nah, I'm not having it. Definitely not having it. I'll call the exorcist and get you fucking murdered. Like,
my other friend thinks he saw something like Predator.
Okay, I'm interested in that.
He drove to Epping Forest, yeah.
Right, okay.
Is this the Leaf woman again?
No. That was me. Right. I saw the Leaf woman. So he drove to the Epping Forest, right? And there's this place or something like where you park your car or something, and then they're supposed to just go up rather than down.
The dogging spot, yeah.
No, the car, like, you take your handbrake off, yeah? You take your handbrake off, and the car goes up instead of going down. It's somewhere like in East London, in some forest or something. So
because
I
the
think
gravity,
it's Epping Forest.
I
don't know, but apparently it looks like you're going up. The hill looks like it's going up, but apparently it's actually not. Because my other mate went there and he said they used to just do loads of acid and all that and go to there, and then they figured it out. So anyway,
they must be Generation X's. If they
I love that sentence. No, I love that sentence. They did loads of acid and figured it out.
So anyway, so this guy, they're in the car and they wanted to try the trick out, and then suddenly they just saw all these like lights and torches and everything, and they were like, "What the fuck's going on?" Yeah, and this thing.
And they're rolling down the hill into the middle of a wedding.
That would be sick, innit? Now this thing just ran out in front of them, yeah, like Predator. It looked like Predator, yeah.
And the priest, yeah.
No, the Predator, the film, innit? And then it just like they said they thought it looked at them, innit? Like turned and like put his hand on the bonnet of the car, yeah. And they were like, "What the fuck?" And then it just ran off, and then all these army people ran past them after it.
It's probably the Predator.
Probably.
Well, I mean, but he thinks, yeah, obviously.
They're probably filming the Predator, like they were filming.
No,
the Predator.
he obviously doesn't think it's Predator.
Set.
He obviously doesn't think it's Predator. He thinks it's like the army were testing out, like, you know, when they do army games, innit? The war games or whatever, and they were testing out a human cloaking device, innit?
Okay.
Oh, so it wasn't like a really tall beast.
No. He said it looked like a man.
Like when the Predator was invisible.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I mean.
That exists already, though. That technology exists.
Yeah, but they haven't brought it. This was like back in early 2000s.
Right.
Yeah? So they brought that out though now? They haven't brought it out, have they?
No, it's on they were experimenting. I saw a video of them. I mean, it's not secret. It's public, like kind of public knowledge. They were experimenting with it on the bottom of planes.
Yeah.
So all it does, there's video screens on the bottom of the planes that project a filming above the plane. So like they're projecting the image of above the plane below it. Yeah.
But then how would they do it on a man? So they'd have cameras on his back or on his front?
I don't know. Yeah, micro camera. Fuck knows. Who knows really?
Yeah.
Like I suppose it's because that would look weird, wouldn't it?
So yeah, he goes, either he thinks it was an army exercise and they're testing out the technology, or he thinks it could have been an alien who landed and then was running from the army, innit?
Either or, really. I mean, both are as likely as the other.
Yeah.
I think the alien thing is probably more likely.
Possibly, yeah. But then we don't know what they've got as well, innit? They you know, why would the army release all of their technology straight away? They like you said, innit, they're gonna develop it for ages. So a lot of people were saying a lot of people used to see the UFO and it would be that triangular shape, and they were like, well, it's just then they released a stealth bomber and it was triangular shape, innit?
Well, they released that video of that ball floating above the ocean and then it just disappearing into the ocean. They actually released that video a little while ago and said we haven't got a fucking clue what that was. Yeah,
because then someone else watched that and they said there's just a bird, and all it is it said it's a bird, right? And because it's the infrared footage, the camera's infrared footage, isn't it? So the heat that the bird's giving off makes it look round. So
is that what it was?
Wings. I don't know. This scientist guy was saying that's what he thinks. Yeah. And then it was hovering because it was like looking for a fish. And then
it dove to get the fish. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, but that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
What's he called? Thunderfoot. His YouTube name is Thunderfoot. Look up the video where he kind of explains it. But I think that could be it.
Totally could be it.
Yeah. And they were saying that a lot of these.
Now.
Say that again?
Jenny, you lost in StockX now.
Nah, man. I was just thinking like how women have so much better Air Max 90s that
they really do. Women have better shoes all round, really. Like
man.
All the women's Nikes are so much better than the men's.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm joining bodybuilders against women because this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, even though I'm not even a bodybuilder, but they need to be stopped because they're
not a bodybuilder and you love women, but
but fuck that. I just don't like the fact they have the best trainers.
Tough time to call for tough legend.
but wait. Aren't there so what size feet have you got, Jen?
11.
Aren't there women's that go up to 11?
No, they go up to 9s. Yeah. At highest.
So what if a woman's got size 11 feet and she's to buy men's?
By men's.
Yeah.
That's shit.
Yeah.
Technically, though, if a woman has size 9 feet, then she is a man. I think that's the rules.
Oh, really?
Of trainer life.
You said the bodybuilder against women over there.
Women. Yep. Because we hate women over here.
But apparently, with all like the kind of, there used to be that shop on the Euston Road called Transformations. And you could go in there and get all the women's shoes. I doubt Nikes and stuff like that, but you could get all the women's shoes made in men's sizes.
Was that Transformation? Was that for trans?
Okay. It very much was, yeah. So you must remember it. Like, it was a big shop on the Euston Road. Oh, not the Euston Road. It was, what's the road that goes down to Camden from Euston? whatever it is.
Nah, I've never even gone that way.
See, I used to walk from Euston when I was getting off at Euston. I just used to walk to Camden, and there was like a big shop, and it was like split halfway down the middle. One side was a man, and the other side was a woman.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So that's been there. It's probably still there, to be honest. I just haven't been down there in ages.
Business should be booming in this climate, but
they used to be like kind of size 14, like stilettos,
high heels and shit.
Stuff. Yeah.
They ain't gonna fuck around. If I bring my Air Forces and be like, yeah, I want the pink and blues, man. I don't think they're gonna do that.
You can get them all custom though, 100%.
That's true. On the Nike website, you can get them custom. I don't know why they do it. They're not even expensive either. I think it's like £130 or something, £120.
It's a similar price as a normal one.
Yeah, like the normal price. I don't know why I don't just do that. I'm always just going, oh man, there's no sizing for me. I hate women. When it's actually cheaper for you to just buy your own, do your own colour, man. You fucking weirdo.
Yeah, just buy a pair of white ones and send them to like KC Customs and get them done or whatever.
Exactly.
How much do they cost to do them though? How much?
I don't know.
50 quid, another 50 quid, but you get anything after that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I've got a pair of white ones there, only been worn twice. I know they're right there. Only been worn twice. Could fucking, you know what I mean? You could do that, but
100%. I think that's one of the reasons why they sell those all white Air Max, because the all white Air Max are nice, but they do end up looking like hospital shoes or something like that. Mm-hmm. Like all white Air Force Ones are wicked. All white Air Max, they kind of start to look like maybe like you were in prison, or maybe you work at like a hospital or something like that. So the reason they do them in all white is so you can go and fucking custom them.
I'll tell you what though, the Air Max 90s last longer than the Air Force Ones.
100% they do.
Looking pretty new. Like, so my Air Max 90s, I've been wearing them since I bought them pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Since I had the issue with the getting stuck in the mud. I think that was them. But I've been wearing them every day, all the time. And like, they look pretty new. Like, just look at them. They don't look dirty or anything.
They don't crease in the same way either.
Not at all. The only reason I'm even changing them and getting new ones is because I saw someone else wearing them the other day, and I was just like, nope, not doing that.
Yeah, you've got the reverse infrared, didn't you? Yeah, they're really nice then.
Yeah, but I'm a dickhead because I thought they were the actual infrareds. I was like, oh, these are infrareds. So I bought them and I was like, oh wait, no, it's the wrong one.
No, I designed some of my own ones on the Nike store.
Yeah, they're wicked.
Me too. I just never hit.
I gotta pay for them.
Yeah, me too.
But you know, on the back you can write something instead of Nike, innit?
Yeah, see,
you can write stuff on there as well.
CUNT, like CU on one. I tried to write Atomic Hooligan because they used to be able to like kind of write on the tongue as well, and they wouldn't take Atomic and they wouldn't take Hooligan.
Oh shit!
They're both banned words.
Oh,
just in case you're wearing them in like North Korea.
Yeah. See, I've got a wicked pair on there. The problem is, it's not like I can't afford them or anything like that because they're actually quite cheap. They're not expensive at all, the Air Force Ones. Like you say, they're about 120 quid.
Yeah.
I just don't want to pay 120 quid for something that I'm not going to get for like 4 weeks.
Yeah. Do you know what? But I got used to that during lockdown of buying things and just kind of just waiting, man. I ordered Auntie Donna t-shirt from Australia, which literally took about 3 months.
Yeah.
To the point I'd actually forgotten all about it. It turned up and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, oh my God, you sent me that. You're worse than fucking This Is My Hustle. We send people stuff like fucking 2 months after they order it. Only because I'm super lazy and can't bother to go to the post office. But
because you might order something and then you die. And then do you know what I mean?
Why does your mind always go there? It's unbelievable.
You might order something and then there's an alien invasion and you never get it.
Yeah,
You have to go and live underground and be a warrior or something.
If that happens, a t-shirt is the least of my worries. Like, even if you do a t-shirt,
even if you do order it and it comes in time, it can still be an alien invasion. It's not going to help you.
Yeah, but at least you got the t-shirt.
Yeah, but you ain't going to care about the t-shirt. You'll be like, oh, fuck it.
Right. There'll be some people would. They'll be running back in their yard to get their designers and then get blown up.
Nah, fuck that. I've got.
There are people like that, man. There are a lot of people like that. They run back in when there's a fire and then they just end up burning to death because they went back for their Armani tracksuit or something.
If there's a fire, what are you saving?
My dog.
Dog.
Yeah. That's about it. The rest of it can go. I mean, I had a fire at my old house and I lost a load of shit.
Yeah.
Like, and afterwards, like I had a flood at my sister's. I was using my sister's garage as like as storage for all my records
Oh,
when I was
shit.
moving around loads. And she had like a tiny leak in her kitchen because the kitchen was right above the garage because she lived in this flat. And you used to go up like kind of the stairs next to the garage, and her flat was on the top and the garage was there. And she had this tiny leak that just leaked into like kind of 3 or 4 of these cases of records, and it just fucking ruined them. It happened over like kind of 2-3 years, and you couldn't even see them because they were like kind of 2 layers back.
Yeah.
Because it was taking up pretty much half of her garage, like my record collection. And you know what? I was gutted at the time, but afterwards I was like, it's just stuff that I don't have to move.
Yeah. You felt more
I've got
free
all of
then.
this stuff on digital anyway. Why am I so attached to pieces of plastic?
Yeah,
you know,
like,
you know, it's really nuts. So we mentioned the other day about Del and his record collection and him trying to. One of the reason why I even know Del was because he started a thing called Save the Wax. So when he got cancer the first time, or when he got diagnosed with cancer the first time, he didn't want to have to sell his collection to pay for his treatment. So it was like, how can I do something to not have to sell my collection? So that's kind of like how I got involved in what he's doing. But now he's in a place now where the cancer's back, it's terminal. There's like literally nothing you can do, and he doesn't want to sell his collection because no one's gonna give him like
what it's worth.
So it's worth like something crazy, like 100,000.
I can imagine it's worth hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, like it's like a crazy amount, but there's no one that he can really sell it to who's gonna give him. You know what I mean? It will literally take a lifetime to sell it, and you'd have to unless you sell it to a collector who's just, you know what I mean, somebody like a fucking
Elon Musk.
Nah, like someone who's a DJ Premier. Like a super collector, or like a fucking Pete Rock and those guys who go to record shops and go, everything.
Give me everything.
Yeah, like
yeah.
And I never even knew that people really did that. Like, you know who it was? It was Rock Marciano. He was in an interview and he was saying how when he moved over to the West Coast, it was cool, like crate digging again, because you go to shops and actually find records. Whereas over in the East Coast, there was nothing left because all these big producers would literally just go to these shops and just be like, yep, all of that, please. Because you can afford to just take everything. Then probably half of the time they don't even bother crate dig. They don't bother go through it. You don't have time to do it. Like,
well, they say after Dilla passed away, I actually own one of the records. Like his mum found like lockups that he'd never really even looked at.
I've seen your one that you have.
Yeah. It's in the studio. She ended up selling all the like kind of the stuff, like not his core collection, this stuff that they found in these lockups.
Yeah.
But he would just go along and go, yeah, all of that, like that,
Crazy.
and then put them in a lockup, and then just go and dig through when he wanted something. And his mum ended up selling them to start the Dilla Foundation. But I'm not this kind of person to say like what he should do and what he shouldn't do. But I think it's really sad to hear that his cancer is terminal. That's literally heartbreaking, to be honest. That's horrible. He's
been so honest as well, because like we've kind of like followed his journey, and he just posts everything, what he's thinking, what he's feeling. Obviously this is today, we're recording this on Father's Day, so like and it was
he's got kids, isn't he?
Yeah, man, it was his daughter's birthday like, last week or something. Like, you know what I mean? So it was just like all this shit he's got to go through, and it's just
so there's this guy called Vinyl Pimp. And what he does is he'll come and collect your collection, or you get the collection to him somehow, whichever way you want to do it. And what he'll do is he will be in charge of it, and he'll sell it all on Discogs, get the best prices for it. He takes a cut. Now, it's none of my business to say this, but he doesn't give the money up front. What could happen is he could set up something for his kids.
Yeah.
So that after he's gone, horrible. I feel really shitty about that. But he could have something set up for his kids, like that will drip feed money into his account for his children. Because I'm sure he's got a fucking amazing record collection. Because I've seen, like, when I've looked on his Instagram or Twitter and stuff like that, I've seen the records that he's got, and I know that they're worth money.
Yeah. boy, it's gotta be. It's definitely the best collection in Scotland. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
no, ain't no one touching him out there, man.
No.
His collection is cold, man.
But that could be something that his kids can have after he's gone.
Yeah, that's literally the way I see my actual music. Is like, they're always the royalties and shit. They're always gonna have that, forever, man. The money that comes in off that, so they can do with their. How much are you making at the moment? Whew, about a good £200 a year, mate. So they chop that in half.
I was going to say Harvey can have my £12.99.
That's a good £100 a year. Like, man, that's nothing to be sneezed at, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the most they're getting. Fuck, man. Who did I? Wait. So somebody, where did I see it? I saw somebody complaining about. So this whole digital thing, we spoke about this a little while ago. Let me spit my words out. So artists not getting the money they should be getting from streaming is starting to get some legs where there might be some sort of changes in the future where artists might be getting a little bit more money, which I think is, obviously, as an artist, I think is fucking sick. Like, me personally, give me a penny a stream, man. Give me a fucking penny a stream. If I get a penny a stream, I am fucking living off music comfortably. Like, comfortably. That's all you want, man. And hopefully it looks like we're moving in some sort of direction.
Penny a stream is more than fair.
It's probably not, but like it's like that would be sick. That would be like literally like
penny a stream is good. Like, because as soon as we stop thinking, I know I said this before, as soon as we stop thinking, equating one sale to one stream, one sale to one stream is not the same thing. No. Like, I think that a penny a stream is a fair amount that every party involved can live with.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. And then,
because when you buy a song for 99p, you can play that as many times as you want in your whole life, innit?
Yeah.
So a penny a stream makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, how many times, if, say, for example, if I was to stream The Infamous every time I listen to it, I mean, I'm not shitting you at this point. I must be in the hundreds and thousands of streams if I was doing that. Like, I've got to be at this point in my life. If it went from the day that I first heard it to now, it's in the hundreds.
Yeah, 100%. No, I think you're talking just streaming. Yeah, times of playing it.
That's like
100%.
Shook One's part 1, innit? I did the ironing to that.
Why are you listening to Shook One's part 1, AC? What is wrong with you?
I hadn't heard it before, and then I was just fascinated by it. So I just played it.
It's a different experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then Terry come in, he was like, "Have you gone mad?" I was like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Because you've listened to this song for like 5 hours now on repeat." I'm like, "I'm doing the ironing, yeah."
Nah, you're sick. You're sick in the head. One song for 5 hours, you're sick in the head.
Maybe it was like 3 hours. I don't know.
If there was a penny generated for every time I streamed every single one of those songs on the album, that would be so much more than me paying $9.99 for it back in like 1995.
But can Spotify afford that? So Spotify gave the labels 43 billion. I think that was last year, whatever. So that's what Spotify gave the labels.
Yeah.
I don't think Spotify's profitable at the moment.
No, it never has been.
Right. So then you go right. That's off the 0.04 cents per stream.
0.003.
0.00 yeah, 0.00. No, it's 0.004. Because it's $4. Yeah, because I get $4 for every million. So, yeah. So then you can they afford a penny? Do they just go, all right, fuck it then, we can't do it?
Probably.
Or does another service come in then and go, all right, cool, fuck it, we can do a penny?
So Beatport started a streaming service back in like 2013 or something like that. Yeah. And it was the same catalogue, absolutely everything the same. I mean, you probably couldn't go in there and listen to like a Queen album or something like that. But they were offering, because what they wanted everybody to do is to start promoting their music using Beatport links.
Right.
So they were like, we're paying the artists and the labels more than anybody else. I don't think it was quite a penny a stream, but it wasn't far off. They went out of business in like 3 months.
But then this is the thing though, like Tidal and Apple pay more than per stream. Tidal pay the most per stream. You've never seen me promote a Tidal link.
No.
Because the numbers
don't have Tidal accounts.
There we go. There's just not enough numbers for it to be worth it.
And the thing about Tidal is as well, it's not like you can, on Spotify, you can just click on Spotify and it's kind of like SoundCloud. But even if you haven't got an account, it will still just play. There's like there's a player there that will play. Tidal isn't like that.
No, it's not free.
You have to have an account.
I don't even have Tidal anymore. I got rid of Tidal probably last year, maybe the year before. I got rid of Tidal when Jay-Z went to Spotify. I don't need it anymore. I literally only had Tidal for Jay-Z. As soon as Jay-Z went, I was just like, why the fuck am I here? Like, there's no point. But
do you remember when you could only get Jay-Z stuff on Tidal for a little while?
It was fucking amazing, man.
It's mad, wasn't it? Even on YouTube, they even took everything off YouTube.
Soon. I just when I first got Tidal, it was amazing because it was just like Jay-Z's albums are probably, bearing in mind when I was a kid or younger, and this is before I used to work at Virgin and steal all the albums, but when I had to buy albums myself, Jay-Z albums were the ones I would pay money for because they were like, Jay-Z was my favorite artist. So I have such a emotional attachment to those, to Reasonable Doubt, Volume 1 and 2, so being able to listen to those on streaming platforms was just
so what do you do with the CDs? You got the CDs still at home?
Probably, but my CDs are so I got probably CDs in my mom's attic. I've probably got kind of, me and Corin's CDs are kind of mixed up here, so we got a bunch of CDs. But I don't have anything to even listen to CDs on.
I don't either.
There's no CD player in this house. I think one of my old Macs has a CD burner on it, but I don't know where that fucking Mac is.
Yeah.
But then, I want to hear music when I'm out. I want to hear. Actually, I've got a CD player in my car, but that's, I think, only CDs I play in my car is Terror's. Terror's the only artist who ever gives me CDs.
I still got a tape player in my car.
You know what? In Rockefeller related news, you see Dame Dash is being sued by Rockefeller for trying to sell Reasonable Doubt as an NFT.
What the fuck is he trying to do that for?
Why would he do that?
I have no idea.
He knows that he doesn't own.
He knows that he doesn't own it. Everybody else knows that he doesn't own it. How is he trying to do that anyway? It's available, like it's everywhere. Like, unless he's got some kind of master of it or something like that.
The NFT with the music thing, I haven't seen anyone like break it down to me where I feel like it makes sense. But I guess, is he trying to sell the artwork then? Is it
maybe the artwork? Hold on. So look, Rockefeller sues Dame Dash over Reasonable Doubt NFT. Hold on. Fans hoping for a proper Rockefeller records reunion may be disappointed by the news. Hip-hop mogul Dame Dash is reportedly being sued by his former label. Page Six reports that Dash, who co-founded Rockefeller Records in 1995 with Jay-Z and Biggs, attempted to sell Jay-Z's debut album Reasonable Doubt as an NFT. The outlet states that the lawsuit was filed Friday, blah, 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 New York, within the document, Spyro alleges Dash had planned to sell at a Superfan Foundation online auction on June the 23rd. The copyright for Jay-Z's album, Reasonable Doubt, recognized as one of the greatest recordings in history. The auction was cancelled and Dash is frantically scouting for another venue to make the sale. It doesn't actually say what he's trying to sell, though. The sale was...
he's just trying to sell the copyright.
Must be...
Is that what you're trying to sell, the copyright of it?
No, I don't know. The suit also claims that Dash can't sell what he doesn't own. By attempting such a sale, Dash... I suppose it's like a master copy of it or something like that.
Oh. See, this is weird, yeah? Because I feel like Dame Dash is a bit of a genius. And I feel like there's another play to this. There's always another play with Dame Dash. I don't think he would. I don't think he would sell something he doesn't own. So there's something in there, man. There's something in there.
Well, they mentioned in the piece that Dame Dash owns his own streaming platform called Dame Dash Studios.
Yeah, he does. I've seen it actually. I think I did look into that at one point to put music on there or something.
Dame Dash doesn't sleep either, does he?
I'm sure he does.
He takes like 20-minute naps throughout the day. He never sleeps like
really?
a full 8 hours. Yeah,
he's gonna die young, man.
Yeah,
that's his whole thing, isn't it? Because he's like, I don't sleep. You don't need sleep. Just do like me. Like when he was like, get money, I did.
Dame Dash is one of the people I used to look up to when I was on that fucking hustler mentality, no sleep, work 24 hours a day. Always like, he's one of them people, him, Puff Daddy, but like, I don't know, man. Gary V, you just get to a point, you're just like, nah, go to bed, man.
Yeah.
Like, go to bed is cool. Like, just do what
go to bed is fucking wicked. I wish I was in bed now instead of talking to you guns.
The best time of my life is when I'm asleep.
I love it. You get to argue with like your friend's mum.
Like, you know what I mean?
I had a weird dream last night as well. My Terry was around my house, yeah.
Okay, that went a dream as a memory, but go on.
No, and then
that's in your fridge.
No, there was like the windows.
Yeah.
There was a problem with the shower. Yeah.
Right.
So trying to get the shower to work and realize there's a massive hole in the bath. Yeah. And you can see down into the flat below.
Okay.
And it's all fucked. I don't know what was going on. And then I went into the room at the front, and the windows were falling out of the room. They were just balancing on the brickwork, and they were just going to come out, and they were just being held by a couple of bricks.
You think that's a metaphor for Terry's mental health?
I ain't got a clue. I do not know. I don't know.
Did you watch Breaking Bad recently, where they tried to melt the body in the bath?
No.
And that's exactly what happened. He put the acid in the bath.
Can't do that, man.
It burnt the floor. It burnt through the bath and through the floor, and there was a big hole going through the middle of the bath down to the floor below.
Which series is that? I can't even remember.
I don't know, first series.
Early, man. One of the first deaths, one of the first murders.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got to be careful with that sulfuric acid. You got to make sure it's the right kind of bath. Can't be a plastic bath. And that'll melt right through. Yeah. And I'm sure a lot of you listeners have had to get rid of bodies in the past. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know your favorite way of getting rid of a body. I guess most of us, we use pigs.
Feed them to pigs,
yeah.
Pigs. That's kind of like the UK way. But you got another person.
We're the bricktop way.
We're the bricktop.
Like bricktop.
Yeah. Hence the phrase, as greedy as a pig. Fucking hell.
I might watch that now, actually.
He's in American Wealth.
Bricktop is the best character, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
like, imagine Bricktop and fucking Don Logan having a conversation.
Yeah.
That
like I do love those films, but the best characters in all of them are the ones who are actually like that, who are actually like the real people.
That's just them. Yeah.
It's just
100%.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things AC ever showed me was the Darth Vader Bricktop shit.
Oh yeah,
that's amazing. Isn't it?
That is fucking incredible. Like,
that's big, man.
That's one of the best things on YouTube.
What's the flipping? Did you see it when they did James Earl Jones' voice from other films that he's in?
Nah,
that's jokes, bro. That's actually really funny. Watch that one. That is hilarious because it's just obviously it's just Darth Vader, but he's just saying other stuff from other films.
They got James Earl Jones, man. He's the actor. I always think he's dead. I'm always like, oh man, is he? I know, no, he's alive. He's alive and well. He's more healthy than me. Like, fuck out of here, man.
Living a beautiful life.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I ain't dead, Genesis. You're fucking dead. He's dead. Shut the fuck
dead
up.
To me, anyway.
Yeah.
You pauper.
Big cunt.
Did you see him in Big Bang Theory?
Nah, I don't.
He's in an episode of Big Bang Theory, innit? And that man, what's the guy called? The one who's a weirdo?
Sheldon.
Yeah, he goes for dinner with him, innit? And then he's like, yeah, I actually do like Star Wars, yeah? Because he's thinking, can he ask him about Star Wars? And he's like, you're going to ask me about Star Wars, aren't you? And he's like, yeah. He goes, okay, sit down. And he's actually like, yeah, I actually like it. And then they go on a mad night out and they go on a rampage, innit?
See.
So, yeah, it's funny, man.
Yeah, Big Bang's for fucking nerds. I ain't watching that shit, man.
Jokes, man.
I can't watch it. It's like real sneaky racist as well at the same time.
Yeah, man.
Is it?
Yeah,
my ex used to watch it all the time, innit? But what?
Fuck it, she's a fucking racist if she watches that.
What you mean racist to who? Raj and that? Or what?
Yeah, to Raj.
Oh, see.
It just gets mad uncomfortable. Like, there's that one episode where he's talking about, like, he was doing Indian breakdancing, and he just starts doing like shit like that. It's like this still happens on the TV. Like like this casual racism. It's like something.
The thing like Apu, innit? Apu from Simpsons.
Yeah, Apu. Yeah,
there
exactly.
was that whole thing about that now as well, innit?
Yeah.
And like what you said about the geezer who played the Short Circuit guy.
Yeah.
The other time. And then I was watching this old series that had Spike Milligan playing the Indian dude, innit? Coming to England. Yeah, coming to England. It was all pure like racism kind of thing, and he was working in some factory or something. I can't remember what it's on YouTube. They're all them racist old 70s British TV programs on YouTube still, and all these people in the comments going, "See, it was better in our day."
Yeah, I can't believe they cancel stuff like this. They cancel our culture.
Yeah.
Cancel, fucking yeah.
Because there's one like Mind Your Language, innit? There was that one, and it
was just absolutely back to front stacked with racism and sexism.
Yeah. And what's the one with Patrick from EastEnders? He was in it. Love Thy Neighbour.
Love Thy Neighbour.
Yeah. That's on YouTube. You can see all of them.
It wasn't racist because he was there and he was having fun with it. Do you know what I mean? He's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
And then there was what's the I can't remember what the one with Spike Milligan is.
Probably called something really fucking racist as well.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, it lost me there, man. I can't remember. I have to look it up.
Anyway, you cunts, I want to go to bed.
Yeah, fuck this shit, man.
Same here, man.
I want to say before we go, I want to say big up to all our listeners. We got some new listeners. They say that we don't promote this show enough. We need to promote it more. And we will promote it more. But
don't tell me what to do. You're not the fucking boss of me.
Well, yeah, I think who's got the biggest Twitter account out of all of us?
You.
I haven't.
No, Twitter. Fuck Twitter. You got fucking the biggest Instagram account.
Yeah, but I promote it on Instagram.
No one watches fucking
I do the
Twitter.
swipe up.
Yeah,
yeah, but how many followers you got on Twitter? About 30,000.
Yeah, but they're all fucking cunts, man.
So promote it on your Twitter.
I hate my shit.
Promote it on your Twitter, man. It'll get big.
I've been trying, man. I
get pure air every time I try and do anything on Twitter. Yeah, like the only time I ever get anything on Twitter is when I say something anti-racist, Jen reposts it, and then like I get like 2 follows and loads of shares on it.
Do you get loads of like what are they the racist people having a go at you and stuff?
No. It's all Jen's followers who are like anti-racist as well, and they will share it and like it.
Yeah. Nice.
That's it. What's happened with your headphones?
Oh no, man! I'm hearing bare fucking noise. Like no one respects the shit I do. That's why this podcast is hard to grow, because no one in this fucking house respects what the fuck I do. They're just jumping around, shouting and screaming like I ain't in there trying to fucking work. Don't give a fuck. Like
I can't hear them.
No, you can't hear them, but I can. I thought the fucking house was gonna fucking fall down.
Jeez.
Fuck, But yeah, man. But guys, please keep showing us love and please keep supporting it. It's
big up the new listeners as well.
And it's really cool when people talk about stuff. They're like, oh, when you were speaking about, they love the conversation we had about Danny, about LTJ Booker last week. And I mean, it's cool when you're like, oh shit, people actually re-listen. So yeah, big up.
Yeah, I had a couple of people make like kind of references to the podcast recently on like posts on Atomic Hooligan and stuff like that.
Sick. It's
and then, like, I'm not a fucking Doctor AC has really started. Because I put a picture of myself up from an after party, like as a throwback Thursday.
Oh yeah, the doctor. Yeah.
Yeah, and someone underneath it put, "I am a fucking Doctor AC."
Oh shit.
That's sick, man. That's proper sick.
Yeah,
man. It's all good, man. It's probably appreciated. But
that Blue Juice post did make me laugh though. That I listened to that Blue Juice bit on our podcast like 3 times this week, and I've been fucking crying, man.
I don't get what's so funny. I just told you the story of the film, but you need to watch that now.
Completely out of nowhere. We weren't even talking about film.
We're off about a minute. I've got to listen back to that, actually. That was hilarious.
I was dying on the train.
Oh, see, okay.
Dying, absolutely dying. Because it came out of nowhere, AC.
Did it? I thought it came out of some conversation we're having.
If for you, it might have made sense. For everybody else, It came from absolutely nowhere. We're talking about Cornwall.
Yeah, it's in
the only
Cornwall.
time I've seen a journalist go to Cornwall, and then you just went off explaining the entire fucking plot of the film.
We're talking about Cornwall, and then it went to Blue Juice. Because when you think of Cornwall, you're gonna think of Blue Juice, isn't it?
I'm not. You didn't know.
Yeah, that's definitely not. Film. That's because you ain't seen the film.
I'm definitely not thinking of Blue Juice when I think of Cornwall.
Anyone who's seen the film will think of just Cornwall when they think of when they think of Blue Juice. No, when they think of Cornwall, they think of Blue Juice, innit?
All right, cool. Well,
yeah. But what you got to do though for your homework, right? Go on YouTube, yeah. You got to watch the trailer for Blue Juice, the British trailer, and then watch the American trailer. The American trailer is hilarious, man. The difference between the voiceovers.
All right, cool.
I'm not doing either of those things.
I said all right, cool, but I'm definitely not doing that. Definitely not doing that. And if you put it in the fucking group chat, I'll do what I did last time. Ignore it or be like, what the fuck is this? That's
you watch the other one? No, do you watch the other one I put in about the Hustle channel?
I don't watch.
What's that one?
Chat. No, I refuse to watch anything in any group.
Tell me,
chat.
what's that?
I started to watch it. I thought it was about Jen's t-shirts. Then I was like, oh no, this is my hustle, not this is It did look kind of funny, the bit that I watched.
Yeah, he jokes. I like his channel, man. He goes in on he goes in that guy. He's jokes. RM Brown.
If you put your music in the group chat, 100% I'm listening to it. Yeah. If you want feedback, I'm giving you feedback.
50% I listen to it.
The other shit that you put in there, I might give it a little bit of attention. Yeah. The likelihood is it's going to be something that annoys me within about 3 seconds, so I'm going to turn it off.
If you want, I watched a 6-hour stream the other day. This lady did on Umar Johnson.
Oh my God,
I'll put it in the live.
Why?
You watch a 6-hour stream. AC, what the fuck is that?
In the background,
isn't it? 6-hour stream on someone that I don't like.
6 hours?
No, because she's talking about him. She's cussing him off, innit?
6 hours?
Yeah, I know that. I didn't hear all of it.
Right, I'm making a 7-hour stream cussing her. Because why the fuck are you...
I don't know. Like, when I looked at it later, because I was listening to it and I fell asleep, yeah?
And then you woke up.
I woke up and I was like, so how long was that stream then? It was 6 hours. I was like, fucking hell.
6 hours, have like 2 meals, take at least 2 turf outs and have a nap. Like that's
It's called K Dozier.
I don't care. I don't really care about it. I don't care about none of this shit. But yeah. Something's happened with AC.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What was that?
The messages just started going off on my fucking answer phone.
It's a ghost. There's going to be a little boy that pops up in a minute, tries to give you a nosh and goes, ah!
Well, you know, the cat just ran away as well. It must be a ghost. The cat just ran away.
Cool. We'll tell them.
Listen. Oh, it's gone.
I can't believe that he's still got an answer phone machine either.
Yeah, because I've got a landline as well, innit?
Is it one with like a little tape in it?
No, it's like it's a modern one, isn't it? Because I've got mobiles, but I still got a landline. Yeah, haven't you got a landline? I still got a mobile, but I got a landline as well, innit?
I haven't got the fucking wires for a landline. The fuck?
Oh, for real? Yeah, I got a landline, man. I still got a landline.
Shit.
See, I've got a landline because that's how like Virgin TV works. You need a landline or whatever. Yeah. But I haven't actually got a landline phone. There's a phone number there that I've never used.
You might as well. This phone is actually better. The pickup is better. Like when the speakerphone you put it on, you can hear it better than the mobile phone. It's louder.
I should fucking hope so. It's attached to the fucking wall. Like it's a landline. It better be clear. It better be 4K sound, surround sound.
Have you got a landline for your AOL dial-up internet?
No, but this thing's still going. I'm gonna can you hear it in the background?
Nah, I can't, man. But on that note, we're out of it, man. Fuck you, hell.
Cool. Guys, new messages, 1993.
I don't know who's giving me. I've got all these messages coming through now, innit? Maybe one of the cats trod on it or something.
Yeah, I'd say that was probably it. Yeah. Right, anyway, I'll see you later.
Bye.